Good morning, you gardeners. Welcome back to YGTV. It's Sunday, it's autumn, it's the perfect time for planting. It's a bit misty out there, isn't it, Bex?
It's so misty. The drive this morning was fun. I liked it.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't see more than about 5 metres in front of my face. Yeah, lovely drive into the nursery this morning.
I take the route along the river as well, so it's a big drop down one side. I enjoyed it. I like danger.
Excellent. Hopefully you're all safe and well and warm this morning at home. Maybe you haven't quite ventured into the garden yet. If we've not met before, my name's Stuart. I've been here at YouGarden for just over 2 years. I have the amazing Bex Edwards, the Plantopedia, with me, a TikTok sensation, also known as Buzzin' Bex this morning. She's charged on her caffeine. She is ready to go. And we have got 2.5 hours for you. We're going to be here till 12 o'clock. In our YouGarden TV potting shed, and we've got so much to show you. We've got perennials, we've got evergreens, we've got the Rose of the Week coming up, we've got garden readies, we've got bulbs for spring as well, and we've got some end of season clearances. We've got some crazy prices. You can get ahead of us, go on the website if you want to, but you know how to get the best price if you've ever watched us before. If you haven't, all you need is that special offer code on the screen over there, YGTV4125. Put that in on the website and you'll be able to check out today with all of our discounts, all of our offers, all of our savings, and free postage and packaging. Yeah. Free P&P every time you use that code on everything you're going to see in the live today and everything on our show page, on our website, including the premium professional compost, still at that incredible price, just under £17 for club members. We'll tell you how to be a club member if you're not already soon. And that is an incredible price on the compost if that's what you want to go for. If you haven't joined the club, please do so. It's only £10 a year and you're going to get 15% off all of your plants, all of your accessories, including that compost, including our heavy duty pots, including everything we're going to show you on the live today. But there's so many other benefits as well. You're going to get vouchers, you're going to get free postage vouchers, and you're going to even get savings on things like garden machinery, garden furniture when you're redoing your garden for spring next year. But why not get it now? If you want to go for the auto renewal, that is the best way to do it. £10 a year will get you a year's worth of discounts, and it auto renews every year. You can cancel at any time, that's all up to you. But we know how much our members save and how much they tell us they enjoy being a member of that club. 40,000 members right now. If you want to get in touch with us here at YouGarden TV, you absolutely can, and we encourage you to do so. You can email us. The address is on the bottom of the screen. Bex has got an iPad. We're going to get your emails direct to our faces right here in the shed. You can email us at ygtv@yougarden.com. If you want to get involved on Facebook or YouTube, we're also live there. You can watch us on our website, get involved in the group chat. If you don't want to, that's fine. But we know a lot of our regulars like to ask us questions, get involved, and especially if they're growing something that we've already got here in the shed to show you today. We love to hear how they're getting on with it, how they found it. It was easy to look after. So please be involved. We love it when you do. As I said, get ahead of us. Go to the website. YouGarden.com is the best place to put your order in today. And you can see everything we've got on the show. These are all the items you'll get that free postage with when you use our offer code. We've got garden readies, we've got the big fatsia, we've got fruits, grow your owns, we've got climbers, we've got garden readies for your hanging baskets, we've got bulbs for your spring garden, we've got evergreens like that Nandina, colour changes like the Red Baron and the Cornus, even the poppies on a ridiculous price today, and our 300 spring bulb pack there as well for massive value. That is only £12.75 when you're a club member. But we're going to start today with one of the most popular items from Thursday. We launched this week's YouGarden TV lines on Thursday morning. And this Runaway Bride was a runaway success,
Yeah,
Bex.
of course it was. Absolutely. It's a gorgeous one. We adore Runaway Bride. It's a bit more compact when it comes to, hydrangeas. It can get up to sort of the metre sort of size, height and spread here. But this one is absolutely fantastic because what it's going to do for you is it's going to flower. This one's the paper bush, my lovely. It's the wrong way round. It's my fault. I put them the wrong way round on the table. We've got the lovely Jake in the potting shed control room at the moment. So this is the one you want, my darling. Now, the Hydrangea Runaway Bride does give you the most amazing flowers. Now, this won Plant of the Year at Chelsea in 2018. And I want to highlight why it won that, because this is actually going to flower along the length of the stems. Hydrangeas, traditionally, they sort of flower in those, panicles right up at the top of the plant.
Panicles and mop heads, those are the two types I know, and this is different.
Yeah, absolutely. This one is it's known as a garland hydrangea, and it's because you're going to get those flowers throughout the entire plant. I know we had some pictures sent in on Thursday, and thank you for those of you that have already got this and sent us those pictures. It's quite unique because of the way that it flowers, and this is what makes it particularly special. You get the most beautiful flowers on here. These are the gorgeous white flowers that you get that just have the most delightful display, and this is why it's called the sort of runaway bride, because the flowers run away with you and you get those gorgeous white colours on there as well. Most hydrangeas, as I said, will flower at the tips of the shoots, whereas this one flowers throughout the body of the plant. Now, it's really easy to grow. It can grow in all sorts of soil types. You don't need to worry about that at all, and it doesn't actually change the colour of the flower with the acidity or alkalinity of the soil. Some hydrangeas will change colour, but not this one. And it's really low maintenance. All you have to do is sort of give it a little prune early spring just to maintain the shape of this, but you don't need to worry about that for a few years. I would just let this grow quite happily. You could container grow it as well if you want to. Put it into a part shady spot. It wants some sun, but just not all day long. It's totally winter hardy, and as we will keep repeating throughout the next few months, it's the perfect time to get these in the ground.
Autumn is the perfect time to get a lot of these plants. You see this one's look still really green and healthy here, and it's been cut right down, ready to go through the winter.
Absolutely.
And spring. It's going to come back next year into leaf, into flower for us, and it's going to look as beautiful as you saw there on our little video. That's the hydrangea Runaway Bride, £12.74 for the size you see today. If you're a club member, if you're not, £14.99, but remember, nobody pays any postage when you use the offer code YGTV4125. We also have the paper bush. This was really popular on Thursday's show as well, so we wanted to make sure everybody sees it today. We've got it out right at the start of the show for you.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to point out the size you're getting and the price that you can see on the screen, because that is just incredible. This is the sort of size you are going to get. Stu and I were out in the nursery just earlier on in the week,
yes,
weren't we? We went to see the paper bush, and they are all looking like this. What they are all doing as well, which might be a little early, but who cares?
They're budding.
They're budding. You've got flower buds forming. There's one here, there's one here, there's one here, there's one there, there's one there. One here, one here. Yeah. There's lots of flowers.
End of every stem, there's a bud.
Already forming on here. And these are delightful. Now, normally they flower on bare stems, which I adore, and I would say normally these are flowering later.
Okay, yeah.
So normally sort of January, February through to sort of February, March, that's the sort of time when you'll get these gorgeous flowers. They sort of open in these clusters and they go from the outside inwards. They're a delightful shade of yellow, but it's the fragrance that you want these for, because these are so super fragrant.
Yes, don't put them down the end of the garden, put them somewhere you're going to go past
Definitely. You will want to enjoy the fragrance on this. When we were bringing these into the potting shed last year, Sean and I were absolutely blown away by the scent. One of these flowers filled the whole potting shed with the beautiful scent from them. Anything that flowers on naked branches, I think is really stunning and beautiful, because it really highlights those flowers. It is fairly hardy. We would class it as sort of half hardy, I think, down to -5. So most areas of the country you're going to be absolutely fine with this. Just pick a nice sheltered spot in a mixed border somewhere, maybe, where it's just got a little bit of shelter.
Yep, here they were in our nursery at the start of the year when we filmed them in our med house where they were kept at the time, but these aren't a tropical plant. They don't need to be kept warm and cosy.
No.
They're perfectly happy in your winter garden, and this is what we're talking about. The flowers starting to open up on those bare stems, and this is a customer imagery. I'm trying to remember the name of the guy. I think it was Philip who sent these photos into us, and he had one either side of his gate.
He did, didn't he?
So that when people were coming past the front of his house there, or when he's going in and out of his front gate, he gets that wonderful appearance and the beautiful fragrance as well. I mean, what a beautiful look. You can see how gorgeous those yellow flowers are on the bare stems. Yeah, wonderful sight to behold. I bet people would stop and sniff his flowers on the way past.
Definitely, I would absolutely stop. And this can get really, much bigger. It's slow growing, so it's not going to take over, but it can get to about sort of 1.5 meters. So we are talking almost my height, and you get this wonderful spread from it. The larger it gets, obviously, the more flowers you will have on there, which is going to provide even more fragrance for you at a time when there is not much flowering. I want you to look at that price once again, please. £16.99 is your discount club price for a plant of this size and this beauty. You would not get that anywhere. I'm fairly certain of it. you wouldn't get it.
So let us know what you're interested in this morning, whether you're going to go for the Hydrangea Runaway Bride or whether you're going to go for the Paper Bush. Maybe you already did on Thursday, or maybe you already have one or both of these in your garden. Get in touch on the YouTube chat, on the Facebook chat, or on the emails and let us know who's with us this morning, you gardeners. If you want these, go for them now. You can get them on the website, but here's a few things we're going to show you later on in today's show. We've got a twin pack of the Ceanothus Standard. So we sold out of those earlier in the year. We couldn't get them back for love nor money until very recently. But this is a twin pack. You're getting two of these, two of our fabulous Ceanothus for $38.23, under £20 each, to Discount Club members. Just use that offer code YGTV4125, and if you're a Discount Club member, you're going to get both those home for under £40. That is crazy value. If you want those, please don't hesitate. There's only a limited number, and that price is only for this week. It'll change at the end of Wednesday.
It will.
Right, we've got another new one in the shed. This was new to us this week. You might have seen the Pansy Top Wave before, but we were selling those. We were selling those Pansy Top Wave as plugs. They're garden readies now. But here's the rose of the week, the Meteor. This is only £15.29 for a 4-litre potted rose. And this was a former Rose of the Year.
It was
only
indeed.
1 year ago, Bex.
Yeah, Rose of the Year 2024. So very sort of modern, award-winning plant that we're talking about here. Now, Rose Meteor is just the most stunning colour that we've got here. It is orange, it is copper tones, it is very, very petalicious. It is beautiful. It is a floribunda rose bush, so you're going to get clusters of those gorgeous roses. And we're talking a sort of soft to medium fragrance here, so you're still going to get that delightful rose fragrance. I'm absolutely loving the foliage. Can you see that gorgeous dark foliage that's on there? It is obviously going to drop its leaves. It is deciduous, so it's going to drop its leaves, but this is what they're looking like at the moment. And I really love it when you get a rose bush that gives you that sort of new foliage growth in those burgundy tones, because it just adds loads of interest. And then, of course, you can see that flower colour just poking through behind there on the board against that darker foliage. That is going to be absolutely amazing, isn't it? Now, it's going to grow to sort of about 90 centimetres, let's say, so about 3 feet height, couple of feet spread, exactly what you would expect from a rose bush. They're so easy to look after, and please do get your roses now, get them planted. It's really important to give them the best chance. Obviously, they are totally hardy, they're totally resilient, you know, but by getting them in the ground now, you are going to get those roots established before it has to put all of its growth on in the springtime. And that means you get a bit, you know, a quicker, stronger growth from your plant next year. Spring is a great time to plant, but autumn is actually way better to plant your perennials in the ground so that they can focus on that root production and then next year give you all the growth. They're really easy to look after in the sense of there's, you know, minimal maintenance with roses. Of course, deadheading, you must chop off those dead heads throughout the summer months. It'll flower typically between May and October, and as the flowers fade, what I do is I tap the rose flower. If there's petals coming off, it's time to give it a deadhead. Chop back behind those flowers, and that'll help you to keep those blooms coming all the way through. Of course, you can cut your roses as well to have them indoors for cut flower displays.
Why not? Please do. The Rose Meteor there, that is our Rose of the Week, a former Rose of the Year, only last year, 2024, and only £15.29. We're going to be in bare root season soon. We're going to be talking about bare root roses and peonies, but this is an established potted rose, so you're at least a year's growth ahead of going for a bare root. If you want this one right now, it's £15.29. 531092 is what you want to look for if you want the Rose Meteor. But we teased you with them a moment ago. Here they are, the Pansy Top Wave, and these are the garden readies. We've had them as plugs previously. Maybe some of you have got your plugs planted up already and you're thinking, maybe I should have planted more. I should have planted more plugs, Bex. I need more Pansy Top Wave in my life. I need more Pansy Top Wave in my garden. I need more Pansy Top Wave in my hanging baskets. You can get them now, and these are the garden ready. They're ready to go in my garden. Is my garden ready to receive them?
They are, absolutely. Now is the perfect time to get these in. I placed my order on Thursday. I told you during the show I was going to.
How many?
And I absolutely did. I only got one pack, actually.
Ooh, where are they going to go?
I know, that's really annoying, and I am thinking I should have got another pack. But I'm going to go in pots and containers with mine, because I've already already got some hanging baskets going. Now, these are amazing for your hanging baskets. As you can see from that picture, look, this would make the most delightful hanging basket display, but they will work equally as well into your pots and containers. They are trailing plants, they are totally winter hardy, and they are larger flowers.
There was a rumour, that's my hand, it's not.
Is it not?
No.
Whose hand is it?
I don't know. You may find our good friend Neil got these pictures for us.
Oh, really?
So it may be Neil's hand or whoever was helping Neil organise the plants at the time.
I was like, is it Stu's hand or is it Sean's hand?
No,
Sean denies it's his.
I was watching some of Thursday's show and Sean literally said, oh, you can see Stuart's hand there. I'm like, it's not me.
No, not you.
Wasn't I?
It's a big man hand, though, I reckon. And this is, it was to point out the sort of size that these flowers are going to, get for you. Now, our pansy cool waves, we adore them, we love them, we still have them. That's what I'm growing in my hanging baskets. But if you love the look of that, but you want larger flowers, it's the top wave that you need to go for.
I want more. I want the XSL blooms.
Really?
Yeah, I want the big one.
This is the big one.
Excellent, that's the one we want. And the
Absolutely.
pansy top wave. Pack of 10 garden readies there, only £11.04. That's a delivered price, only £1.10 per plug if you're a club member. Please be a club member. It's the best way to make savings. The best way to shop with YouGarden, or shop for any gardening at all. If you're a club member and you watch on YouGarden TV, you cannot beat that value.
No, very true.
Anywhere.
Very true.
You'll never find it more affordable than watching us here on YouGarden TV because we have the top offers every week. We've got that free postage, sometimes with free gifts as well, and we do the biggest discounts. It's because you're coming direct. Come direct to us here on YouGarden TV. It's the best way to get the value for your garden, like the Pansy Top Wave. Goes for those right now, 410233. You can find them on our show page or on our website. But wait, Bex, I think we might need some hellebores.
Yeah, well, everybody needs hellebores in their garden, absolutely. We always talk here about trying to get as much colour in your garden as you can throughout the entire year. And that's, it's a big premise of what we bring you. We believe that there is gardening to be done all year round. Admittedly, yes, there are certain jobs that, happen more throughout spring, summer, etc. But you can get the beauty in your garden no matter the season. And hellebores are really going to give that for you, sort of, through the winter months. Your hellebores can be flowering from, actually there's some poking their heads up now.
Really?
There are. But throughout winter, some will flower in December, January, February, March, and you can have this beautiful display when there are less flowers coming up. They have these wonderful nodding heads to them, and I love the hellebore double queen mix because you're getting double flowers, but also you're getting that gorgeous mix of colour. You're getting some speckling on some of the leaves, petals there. You've got pinks, you've got whites, you've got greens, you've got some really dark, moody colours, and that is the mix that you're getting within the double queen mix. But also, these are great at sort of, self-seeding and
spreading,
naturalising and mating with each other, basically. So you can actually get some lovely sort of crossbreeding happening and get some really unique and beautiful flowers in your garden, reaching about maybe 20-30 centimetres in height. Lovely ground cover. I went to see when we were looking for a house, I went to see this wonderful house earlier on this year, and we were going house hunting in sort of February time, and the garden that we saw at that time had the most amazing carpet of hellebores that had clearly been in there a few years because they'd just naturalised and spread. It was all under the trees and shrubs and it looked delightful. So I want you to have those kinds of displays. So when you're looking out of the windows in winter on some of those dark, miserable days, these will put the smile on your face. They're the larger plug plants. They are absolutely ready to go out. You could grow them on a little bit if you want to, but I think that you would be absolutely safe to plant these out in your garden. Look at the size of those roots on there. You're getting 6 of those plug plants included, so you're going to get the beautiful mix.
Only $2.12 a plug, and remember, these are perennials. They're going to come back for you. They're going to expand. They're going to divide. They're going to breed. They're going to make lots of happy little baby plugs. And these are the double queen mix. So the double means the flower, the layered flowers. Beautiful. If you want to go for those, £12.73. Absolute bargain today. And remember, they come to you in our protective little greenhouses to get them to you nice and safe. Those will be boxed up for you as well. Also, free postage when you use that code, YGTV4125. Let us know what's going in your baskets today. We're going to have a look at your messages in the chat. I'm sure we're really busy already. And we're going to look at your messages on Facebook as well. Jake's got all of those for us. And if you sent us any pictures on the email, don't worry. We're going to have a look at all of those in the show coming up shortly. But we've got to show you another really, really popular item. This has sold out once already this year, Bex.
It has, yeah.
But it's back now, and we're giving you a chance to get it. This is the Crocus sativus, or saffron crocus. Isn't there something about this being a rather expensive item to harvest and grow?
Yeah, because this grows saffron. So, saffron comes from crocus, but it has to be a particular variety, and this is it. This is the Crocus sativus, which I have got. I still haven't planted them. It's one of my jobs for this week. I have to get them in the ground.
So now's a good time to plant?
Now is the best time to plant, because actually these flower for you, depending on when you plant them. They can be flowering October and November time. So there's still time to get them in the ground and still time to get those beautiful flowers this year, but of course remember that these are perennials and they multiply, so these will be in the ground and giving you these flowers for years and years to come. They can naturalise and multiply as well. And those red stems that you can see coming out of there, that is your saffron. So look, if you want to have a go at growing saffron, you can pick those stems, you can dry them, and then you can use them in your cooking. But even if you're not fussed about them, what I about the saffron side of things, what I really like about this is that it gives you crocus flowers at a different time of year. Normally crocus will be flowering for you sort of February, March time, and if you love the look of crocus, you can actually have that at, you know, the end excuse me, the end of the year as well. Thank you. These can be flowering October, November, and then if you get the other varieties of crocus, you can have those February, March time. So you can extend your flowering season of crocus. The colour is mind-blowing. And they're very versatile. You can plant them in lots of different places. I'm going to be planting mine into pots just because I might move house, so I want to be able to take them with me, and then I'll transfer them into the ground at some point. But of course you can plant these straight into the ground. They can create drifts through your lawns. You can plant them sort of in between shrubs and under trees. They can cope in a slightly shadier spot, but they don't mind a sunny spot either.
Excellent. At this value, 42p a bulb, maybe even go for 2 packs of these.
Definitely.
£8.49 for you discount club members when you use that offer code YGTV4125. Remember, no postage to pay here on YGTV this Sunday morning, and these prices last until at least Wednesday. Basically, when we take the show off the website, then the code no longer works. But these have sold out once. They could sell out again before too long. If you want the saffron crocus, go for them now. If you already planted some like Bex and you're thinking maybe you need some more, today might be the day to top up. We also always like to bring you a Nandina every week because we adore Nandinas here at YouGarden. They're such great plants, such problem solvers. This week it's the turn of the Nandina Lemon and Lime, new to us this year, but we're still able to offer you an incredible price, £11.04 for a Nandina of this size in the 17 centimetres. That's about a 2-litre pot. And this is the one that's lots of different greens.
Lots of different greens, yeah. You get the sort of darker green growth at the base there, but then that new foliage growth that comes through in these delightful shades of sort of lemon and lime, hence the name. Now it's slightly darker at the moment because it's not growing as rapidly at the moment. But during the spring, summer months, when you get that new growth, honestly, the top of this plant is just a beautiful shade of those lemon and lime tones. Now, the reason we love Nandinas so much is that, here you go, these are the lemon and lime tones.
Yeah, this was start of the summer. They look incredible, don't they?
They really do look amazing. Really sort of, you know, illuminated up at the top there. When you see that new growth coming through, it is delightful, honestly. And foliage growth, foliage colour is so important in your gardens. Honestly, it's not just all about the flowers. You need sometimes the backdrop or that standalone plant that really does draw the attention, and I do believe that Nandinas can do that for you. Perfect pairing for your Nandina Obsessed, if you love the Obsessed, because that's the one that comes through with the red growth up at the top. And I think these paired together, maybe in a low-growing hedge, could work really nicely, or multiples of your Nandina Lemon and Lime to create that low-growing evergreen hedge would be amazing. They're totally winter hardy, so these do not have to be worried about during the winter months. There's no winter protection needed. You don't have to mess about with fleeces and you know, mulches and all that sort of stuff, because they can cope with the winter weather without any problems. They can also cope with the heat waves, and we had a glorious summer. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
We actually had a summer.
We did. I mean, some plants did not like it, but Nandinas really were fine in the heat waves as well. low maintenance, no pruning. Honestly, you can leave these alone. They'll grow to about metre 20, so about 4 feet in height. They can grow anywhere in the country, and they can grow in any aspect of your garden as well. So pots and containers, shade, sun, part sun, it really doesn't matter. They will happily grow away for you.
If you want this one today, it is on a special discount price, £11.04. Let's call it £11, shall we? YGTV 4125 is the offer code you use to get that. And if you want the price in yellow, you've got to be a discount club member. If you don't want to join today, you don't have to. You'll still pay £12.99, which is ridiculous. You won't be able to beat that in any garden centre across the UK. £12.99 for a delivered Nandina, a brand new Nandine to us this year as well. We're going to go check out our favourite item in the shed, everybody's favourite item on our website, and a real favourite from YouGarden for decades now. Our premium professional compost. If it ain't broke, Bex, don't fix it. People buy this compost. They become what we call a compost snob.
Compost snob. I'm a compost snob.
You are definitely a compost snob. Because once you've tried this, you don't want to try anything else. It's like when you find your favourite coffee.
Yes.
You don't buy another brand anymore, do you?
No.
When you find your favourite tea bags, Yorkshire, you don't buy another brand, do you? You stick with the one you've got, and anything else just isn't good enough.
Yeah.
This compost is the same, and so many of our regulars tell us. Today is a ridiculous price, 2 40-litre bags for £16.97 delivered. This is the best price per litre we have done for club members all year. And Jake, you are correct. Jake's just done a little bit of fast maths. If you're a club member, you're saving more than you spend.
Yeah.
He's right, because you're saving
Absolutely.
£17, then plus your club discount, you're saving even more, and you are getting 2 bags of this fantastic compost. Bex, I love the price and I love the results, but what do you love about it?
Oh my word, where do I start? There are so many things I love about this compost. First of all, do you know what? The smell. You always used to take the mickey out of me, how I would smell the compost, but
Mud sniffer.
you can put your face right into that. I always used to say I could make a pill. Seriously, sniff it.
It's really nice and fresh.
So earthy and
it smells like a woodland walk.
it does, honestly. There is a gorgeous smell to this. And I think it's silly that we have to say that the compost smells good. But you've done it before. You've opened some of those rubbish bags of compost. You've had a smell from them and they smell just sort of mouldy and rank and horrible. You never get that with this. The texture is absolutely amazing. And the texture is not just, you know, how we feel about it. It's how your plants actually feel about it. Because an open, loose, light and airy texture allows those roots to develop and grow, and you can see that board there. The difference between our compost and another compost is mind-blowing. Now, we can't normally see what's going on underground, but it is vitally important to the well-being of your plant. If you haven't got a solid, really good, healthy root structure, then of course the stuff above ground isn't going to be as good. Yeah. And if your plant is under any kind of stress, like temperatures, weather conditions, diseases, pests, those sorts of things, if it hasn't got the good root system, it's going to be more difficult for the plant to be able to cope with that. So the texture and the fact that oxygen can get down to the roots is also very, very important. But we've got loads of premium ingredients in here. We have peat, for example. Now, peat is so important, and I appreciate there are environmental issues, but we have reduced the peat content down. So we're not using as much as we used to, and that happened many, many years ago, by the way. We have reduced that years ago, but we're still getting some of that. And talk to gardeners, they will tell you you don't get as good results with peat-free as you do with this. It does make a big difference. Especially
if you're doing grow your own fruit and veg, this makes a really big difference to the end result, the size of your veg and the flavour as well.
Indeed, indeed. Now, you're getting a slow-release fertiliser. There's little balls you'll find within the compost. Don't worry about those. They're sort of tan colour, green colour, orange colour. It releases this fertiliser into the compost, feeding the plants for up to about 6 months. You will get them. And it just releases that in there and feeds those plants, which is brilliant. I'm rubbish at feeding plants. I always forget. It's the kind of the last thing on the jobs list, and it always slides by the wayside. But yes, having this compost means your plants are still going to get that feed. It has got a pH buffer in here, so it's in exactly the spot for the majority of your plants. Only really your ericaceous compost or acid-loving plants need something else. I think pretty much everything that we've got in the potting shed today will be so happy in this compost, and you'll get the best results.
If you want to go for this today, please do. We know you love it. If you don't believe us, ask the chat or go and read the reviews.
Yeah.
Our premium compost today is only £16.97, and you're going to get 2 bags. That's a delivered price for club members. If you're not a club member, it's still under £10 a bag delivered for the results that we all love. But another thing you might want to get delivered this week, whilst it's on a special price, is our Strulch. Now, we're coming to the time of year where I'm seeing a lot of our influencer friends who do all the videos on the internet about gardening.
Yes.
They're all starting to talk about mulching.
Indeed.
This is one of our favourite mulches, Bex, and today,
yeah.
it's about £11.50 a bag, delivered. When we do this, some people come in and go, oh, it's cheaper in that posh supermarket.
Yep.
They do it for about £15 a bag.
Yep.
We're cheaper than them, and we're going to deliver it. They charge about £8 postage if you don't get it delivered with all your groceries. It's fine if you're going to add it in with, 9 bottles of wine and some caviar and whatever else you're going to get from that supermarket. Then then you can get it for £15 a bag. We're doing it for £11.50 a bag, and we're going to pay the delivery for you when you use that code YGTV4125. What is it, Bex? What does it do? Why do I need this?
Well, I was using this just last week when I was tidying up my hostas and I was putting them around the hosta pots, a job I like to do at this time of year. Not because my hostas need any winter protection, but because I want to make sure when that new growth comes through next year, the slugs and snails aren't munching on my hosta leaves.
I can do that now?
You can do that now, absolutely, yeah.
Proactive, I like it.
Well, the other thing is that your, slugs and snails, they like to go a little bit dormant and quiet and hibernate over winter. Now, they'll find little corners to do that. They can burrow sort of underneath leaves and under the ground and that sort of thing, which means they're in prime position then, once the warmer weather comes in spring, to come back up with that new growth and start eating. So actually by topping pots and topping plants and that sort of thing, it can stop the slugs and snails from being in that prime location for when it comes round to springtime. This time of year, I think people are going to be using Strulch particularly as a mulch as well. So remember, there is that slug and snail repellent. It's a kind way, it's environmentally friendly way. It's not poisons, it's not pellets, it's not turning those slugs and snails into little poison bombs for the hedgehogs and the birdies to eat.
I've got a new baby hedgehog in my
I
garden.
saw, that's so cute.
It's adorable. I might show us the picture later.
Yeah, it's really cute. So we want the slugs and snails in the garden, but we don't want to poison them, basically, because obviously we're thinking about the birds and the hedgehogs and things. But at this time of year, you might be starting to think about, okay, the colder weather is coming. Listen, we've got several weeks yet of nice warm weather. Don't panic. But you are going to want to start thinking about giving them that winter protection. This acts as a mulch. It's like a duvet. It's like your winter coat. We're all putting our winter coats on, aren't we? I've got my heated gilet out because it's getting cold in the morning. This is what this is going to do for your plants. Give them that duvet of protection, that winter jacket, so that you can see them through the winter. For example, the paper bush, it's half hardy, down to -5. Stick a layer of mulch around the base of it. That's going to protect those roots in winter time. So this is the kind of thing we're going to be using that for. Then when we get through to spring and summer, it can act as a weed suppressant, and it can act as a way of keeping the water in the ground as well. So it can stop the weeds from growing through, and it can hold the water in the ground, meaning you have to do less watering. So it's your year-round product. It does multiple things. It's environmentally friendly. It's British made. It lasts for up to 2 years, or it stays active for that long, at which point you're going to dig it into the ground and it's going to add nutrients in there, and as well act as a soil improver, particularly if you've got clay soil, because it can open up the texture of that soil as well. So there's so many reasons to go for it, and this is why it's one of my favourites.
There is an awful lot to say about the Strulch. So many benefits for your garden, but if you just need the best mulch money can buy, the creme de la creme of mulches, get yourself some Strulch. This is the double pack. You're getting 2 of the 9-kilogram bags. That's about 100 litres each. Goes a really long way, like 3 square metres per bag. That's a lot of pot tops, or even spread it out into your borders. $22.92 is all you need to pay to get 2 delivered today. If you're ever going to join the club, today is a brilliant day to join. We've got so many good savings for you, including that Strulch. We've got a few more things to come up still on the live. We've got so much more to see. The Ceanothus is still to come. Remember, that's a twin pack. You're getting 2 of the Ceanothus standard trees. These are the lovely lollipop style, and these are the ones that you're going to be putting into your garden in pots and containers. You can still grow underneath them. You can grow them in your borders, but it's our most popular product this year at YouGarden by far, and it's finally back in stock. You can get 2 of these right now, working out under £20 each for you club members. And remember, your postage is included. We've got more garden readies coming up for you a little while in the show. You've got the Sorbet Tiger's Eye. This is a viola. Beautiful bright yellow plant with the pinstripe black etching there. Gorgeous. We love these. Nice little pop of sunshine in your beds, in your borders, in your pots at this time of year and all through the winter. That's a pack of 20. Look at the value to you there, 20 for £11 and 3 pence. Absolute bargain if you want to add those into your basket today. We also have the Primrose. These are the Benelli Bicolour. Garden readies again for you, 20 plants. It's 20 plants for £12.73 and not many of these left at our nursery now. If you want the Primrose Benelli Bicolour, please go for these. These are going to save you £5 today, £12.73 for you discount club members when you use our offer code. You'll also get free shipping. If you want to join the discount club because you're not a member and you want that price in yellow, that is the best price. You're going to get 15% off all of your plants, all of your accessories, including the compost, including the pots, including the strolch, for only £10 a year when you set it up on auto renewal. That's the one where it keeps going year after year, and we make a promise that your price will never go up. The price you join the club at, as long as you don't cancel your membership, you'll pay £10 a year forever. If in 3 years' time we decide, actually we're going to have to put the price of the membership up, it's £15 or it's £20, if you join now at £10, you'll still be paying £10 forever. That's our promise to you. If you're one of our many Happy Club members, maybe you're in the chat with us right now. Who's talking to us this morning on YouTube, Bex?
So many people.
Hey, everybody.
Excuse me, so many regular names in here. Thank you so much. Marissa, Verna, Julia, Anne, Neil, Gillian, SH. I'm sure I know who you are, but it's just SH.
Hello.
I know you've sent us an email, so I'll find out who you are. Verna, James, good morning to you. Who else is in here? Just flicking through. Luke, hello to Luke as well. Millie is in the chat. Some of the comments coming through. They're all talking to each other. Amanda's in Facebook as well. Hello to you, my lovely. Amanda's been putting a strolch down.
Thank you,
as
Amanda.
well done. Neil, he's come down with a heavy cold. So he missed 9.5 miles of his walk. He didn't go on his walk.
Neil loves his walks.
Neil, darling,
especially
I'm
the ones
sorry.
where there's a pub at the end.
Absolutely, there has to be a pub at the end.
Those are the best.
Always, always. Marissa is saying it's lovely and sunny here, but a little crisp. Very foggy, says Anne, down in Coventry this morning. Marissa is saying it's that time of year, Neil. Hot homemade soup and crusty bread. That sounds like a perfect cold cure, doesn't it?
Yeah, rest up, Neil. Get a Rocky on your lap. You'll be all right.
Marissa is doing the saffron crocus as the start of her cottage industry, because Matt and I were joking about how we're gonna make our millions growing saffron.
Yep.
It's not going to happen, is it?
The Spice Road to Spalding.
What else is there? Millie, she's going to buy some more. What are you going to buy some more of? Was that the saffron crocus? I think it might have been.
I bet it will be.
And Neil has just backed us up on the strolch, saying strolch is a game changer in the garden.
Thank you. We know he loves his hostas, so
yeah,
look after them.
absolutely. That's exactly what I use mine for. Right, let's have a look at pictures, shall we? Scott, SH is Scott. Hello,
Hi, Scott. Good morning.
Nice to have you here, and thank you for sending in emails. Have you sent pictures? He has sent a picture. Right, I'm starting with Ali G though, because she was...
Morning, Ali.
Technically, Ali gets in on a Saturday, but I let her get away with it. A few photos taken on Saturday of what's looking good in our garden at the moment. The sprouts appear to be doing well. Can I ask some advice on the sprouts, please? I know that they are hardy, but do they come back for more than one harvest, please? No, sprouts are not a perennial, so they grow one season, you get your sprouts, and then you've got to get them again next year.
So I'm not going to get 2 lots of sprouts in a season?
I don't think so, no. I think you get one, because they take a bit of time to mature and produce. Not something I've grown, but from what I remember, no, you get one lot of sprouts. You can't get a second flourish off them. I'm fairly certain. If I'm wrong, please join the chat and let me know. I'm pretty sure it's just one set of sprouts.
Looking good.
But yeah, absolutely. I can see those sprouts coming and they are looking fantastic. What else have we got going on in here? Oh, you sent us this one last week. Beautiful,
wow.
Gorgeous, bright yellows. Love that colour at this time of year.
That's so cool. We've got a couple of different flowers in there, I think.
There are a couple of different ones. So beautiful, though. Lovely, bright yellow flowers. I adore them. Some people are a bit funny about yellow flowers, but I think they are stunning. Sunshine, yellow.
Yeah, it's a bright colour. It reminds you of brighter days, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what we want.
And especially on a sort of grey, misty morning like today as well. I think it's great to have those kinds of colours. Unfortunately, my Rudbeckia have all started to go over, but looking stunning. Is that a delphinium? this time of year?
Is it? I thought
I feel
it might be a
like it
tuberose.
is. No, it's not tuberose.
No?
I feel like that's a delph. You see from the foliage.
Is that one of the magic delphiniums? Yeah, it might be a magic fountain.
Amazing though, love the colour. Thank you for sending those pictures in, Ali G. Dingo's been in, he says, morning Bex and Stu, just a pic of my first peach. Yeah, I had loads of peaches this year.
Is that off the Red Haven?
Must be. The size of the tree is now a nice size, hopefully more fruit next year. Cheers Dingo, let's have a little look.
So
yeah, that's the peach Red Haven, that's the one I planted as well.
The only way we sold that plant this year was as a bare root. So he's got that much growth and leaf and fruit in year one, and we're always so cautious about saying, oh, we don't know if you'll get fruit in year one, probably year two. And so many people have said, oh, I'm eating my own peaches. That's amazing.
I had a few peaches off mine. I probably let it fruit too much. I was just excited to have them. I had too many fruits, but it's doing really well, and that foliage growth is just beautiful. I love that dark, moody foliage. I think my mum wants it. There it is. There's his first peach. Look, how cute is that?
Gorgeous. That's literally the peach emoji.
It is, isn't it?
In your garden.
Peachy.
Well done.
Yeah, very
nice
good.
Work, Dingo.
Well done, Dingo. And Scott has come in. Oh, and he says this is his Nandina Heavenly Bamboo, and that is the firepower, and that's exactly what mine is looking like right now. I flippin' love a Nandina. They are amazing.
I've got one. It's not quite as colourful as that, though.
Yeah, mine's like that. Mine is so red at the moment. It's looking
fiery.
Gorgeous.
That's why we love that one, and that's why we like seeing your pictures, because it's one thing us being here in the shed at the nursery and telling you how it's going to look in your garden. It's so much more encouraging when we see your pictures and you like to tell us, look, it did exactly what you said it was going to do.
I'm hoping the firepower is going to be in stock soon. Wasn't it you who said that there was a big delivery of firepower?
The back.
Yeah,
there's
I'm excited about that.
There are many back here at the nursery. Yeah, we sold out a couple of weeks ago, but there are more now. So if you need the firepower, that'll be back in the shed in no time at all. Right, we've got a few more things to show you in the middle here, and then we're going to go and see some of the other garden-ready plants. We've got some more bulbs coming up for you. We've got so much more still to see. Right now, it's the Callistem, and this is the Red Rocket.
Yes.
This was new to us earlier in the year. And they're looking fantastic at this time of year too, Bex. Is this an Australian native?
It is, yeah, absolutely. But grows really well here in the UK. Hardy, definitely, can cope with minus temperatures. Really, really cold parts of the country, you might need to give a bit of winter protection. But this can cope with sort of down to -5 once it's established, and I would suggest this is a pretty well-established plant.
Looking nice and woody to me.
Yeah, really, really beautiful. And this gives you that gorgeous bright red growth that you can see there. So very much like, you would expect from Callistem, you get this beautiful, bright, new red growth coming through. We often compare this to Photinias because this can be grown into a hedge, and I always recommend Photinias if anybody asks about, hedge growth. That's exactly what I'm talking about, though. That kind of en masse as a hedge border with that fiery red new growth that comes through is stunning, and I think it's standout. I love Red Robin, but I think this one is extra special. I think it's really, really beautiful. It is evergreen as well, so it holds onto its leaves, so perfect for creating those hedges for you. The new growth comes through, and you saw it on those pictures in the sunshine. You could sort of see the sort of fine scilla, the hair on the leaves. The new growth comes through, that wonderful soft texture, and then it matures into the sort of harder growth that you can see here.
Yeah,
so it loses the scilla.
It
loses that velvetiness, but then you've got that shiny, gorgeous evergreen foliage on there. And I think it's going to be really beautiful when you see that bright red growth coming through. Obviously, it's going slightly quieter now. It's not growing as actively at the moment. But once we get into the warmer spring months, you will get all of that bright red growth. And you get wonderful sort of orangey copper tones as you go through into the autumn months as well.
I do like these. Brilliant size, lovely colour changing plant as well, suitable for your UK gardens, and these are well established plants. Massive saving as well on this one as well, down to £15.29 for you club members. I can't believe the value we're still providing with people this time of year, Bex.
Yeah, the size of that plant.
Free shipping when you use our code YGTV4125 in your offer code box on the website. Bex has just poured half of that plant's compost all over the floor.
Oh, well.
It's a good job you do the vacuuming in here now, isn't it?
It is, isn't it, eh? I'm making even more of a mess. I just wanted to show you the roots.
Just try and show us the root structure.
It is really nice and rooty. The roots are coming out the bottom of the pot there. So this is a beautifully established plant. It is a rooty beauty, absolutely.
As you would expect from YouGarden. We've got another one here to show you. This is a Calicarpa.
Oh, yeah.
The magical snow star. Now, you might have seen our beauty berry, which is the other Calicarpa we do. This is a similar one, but it's got a white berry on it. So this is still in leaf now. When can I expect to see these berries coming through, Bex?
Well, the berries come through sort of winter time, and this is the exciting thing about calocarpus in particular, is that they have these wonderful berries on there on the naked stems. So it is going to drop its leaves. We should be seeing some berry formation because the flowers come through.
I was looking, I couldn't see any.
Yeah, it might be. It might have to wait for this one to establish a little bit.
Are these leaf bud or flower bud on the other? Can't tell.
Be. But they do come through in these clusters, as you can see. So you get these lovely sort of lilac flowers from, you know, between sort of spring, summertime, you get the lovely sort of lilac-coloured flowers on there. And then you're going to get the pearly white berries from autumn going into winter. It might need to establish. You might be waiting for this one for next year. But it's really, really low maintenance. And what it does is it produces those along the length of the stems. As you can see in the pictures here, you're getting those clusters of berries forming along the length of the stems. So this is going to get ready to drop its leaves. It is a deciduous plant, but you want that with this one because it's going to show off those berries gorgeously. If you've already got the beauty berry, the purple one, I would 100% add this in because the purple and the white planted sort of next to each other or near each other is going to be stunning. And then, of course, you can cut these. These are going to make the most amazing sort of decorations inside the house. I was always blown away by the purple one, wasn't I? Do you remember, Stu? Over the Christmas time.
Style. Yeah, you're like, I'm going to put it into wreaths. I'm going to put it into indoor flower arrangements.
Yeah, and I think these would look amazing if you do get a bit crafty in the winter time to create those indoor displays, to create your Christmas wreaths and that sort of thing, because these should be doing that at the sort of time when you're creating those displays. They're totally winter hardy, by the way, so this is absolutely perfect for a sort of low maintenance garden. And maintenance is really simple. Maybe a small prune early spring is all you're going to need to do to these, but bear in mind that these can get big. You know, this can be Stu size quite happily. This can get to 1.7 metres.
I'm nearly 1. No, I am 1.82.
Yeah, it can get Stu size basically. It'll get much wider though. He's tall and slim. This will get much bigger. It can get to about 1.5 metres in width.
If you want a plant as big as me in your garden, you can have it with the magical snow star. And as Bex was saying, when you get this one alongside the beauty berry, if you have that one as well, we've been talking about that purple and ivory cream planting combination all year.
So
it's
pretty.
so beautiful. Get that one in your baskets right now. 5 on 1, 634 for only £15.29. We're going to show you a few things you've seen already. It's pens and papers time. And have a look if you want these in your basket. Don't forget about one of the first plants we showed you today, the Runaway Bride. This is the hydrangea that flowers all along the stems. It's not your typical hydrangea, a former Chelsea winner as well. £12.74 gets you the hydrangea in the 14-centimetre pot today. Massive saving on that one, saving £15 for everyone. And don't forget, postage included whenever you use our code today, YGTV4125. We're also going to give you the paper bush today, the Grandiflora. Now, this is another one that flowers on the bare stems, super fragrant this as well, and it can get nice and big, but we're sending you an established plant in a 3-litre pot, so this is ready to blossom for you through the winter. It's only £16.99, including postage for you Discount Club members, £19.99 for everyone else. That is an unbeatable price. If you wanted our compost, today's a great day to get it. We know you're all going to stock up in winter. This is £16.97 for 2 40-litre bags, under £10 for everybody who's not in the club. And that is an incredible saving, £8.50 for everyone who is. If you use that already, we know you're going to stock up. If you've got less than 2 bags, please go and refill your supplies. If you need the Strolch, best price I think we've done on this all year. If you want the twin pack, £22.92 delivered. So that's about £11.50 a bag. Unbeatable value. All of those properties enriches your soil, deters the slugs and the snails, adds to the minerals, acts as a mulch, keeps your plants warm and cozy throughout the winter. If that's what you want to go for today, £22.92, absolute bargain price on the Strolch. Another few things you might need from us. Do you need more heavy duty pots? Maybe you like Bex. you're moving, you're going to take the plants with you, maybe you're going to grow things on to plant out next year, this is the perfect home to put them in. If you just want plants out of the way, if you need to tidy up your garden, if you need to move things around, they've got handles, you can carry them on your own, or you can have a friend help you either side. We love these heavy duty pots, we use them every time we garden. 4 packs today, you're getting 4 of the 30 litre pots for £15 and £27 if you're a club member, and we recommend that you are. And now, if you want our Rose of the Week, we bring you a different Rose of the Week every week, and this week it is a request. This was a viewer request. We wanted the Rose Meteor, and here it is. We listened to you here, saving £12. The Rose of the Year from 2024 is only $15.29 to club members today, $17.99 for everyone else. That gorgeous bright orange Floribunda rose comes to you in a 4 litre pot, well-established plant, ready to go in your garden this time of year for blooming next spring and summer. We also have the Pansy Top Wave. The first time this week we've brought you the Top Wave as a garden ready plug. These are ready to go into your garden, into your pots, into your hanging baskets like you see there, and these are the XXL blooms. These are the biggest trailing pansy for winter ever. An exclusive to YouGarden. You're not going to find them anywhere else. If you wanted the hellebores, these are the double Ellens, our double queen mix. Now these are £12.73 for 6 plug plants, but don't forget these are going to come back for you year after year after year. They spread, they naturalise, they crossbreed. You'll end up with loads of hybrids in there. Gorgeous plants as well. They're going to give you loads of coverage. 6 is a really good quantity to put out, and these are going to come up and overlap with all your spring bulbs as well every year. £12.73. And then Bex's top tip for the show today. It's on our favourites table for good reason. This is the saffron crocus. You're getting 20 bulbs, just over 40 pence each, £8.49 for you club members, and you're going to get the most expensive spice on the planet growing in your garden. What a wonderful talking point. And remember, these crocus overlap with the flowering of your normal spring crocus as well. If you want to go for those, the number is 600455. You can find them on our show page at yougarden.com. And if you wanted the Nandina, unbeatable price on the Nandina today, just over £11.04. But if that's all you want, if you've never watched YouGarden before, if you've never been with us here at YouGarden TV, welcome. £12.99 is all you're going to pay to have that plant delivered to your door. You don't have to venture out to a garden centre. You know the quality you're going to get with YouGarden. If you don't believe us, go and read the reviews. £12.99, but if you did want to join the discount club, £11.04 is all you'll pay for an established Nandina today. Thank you for joining us here on YouGarden TV. We're here till 12 o'clock with myself, Stuart, and the Plantopedia, Bex Edwards, TikTok sensation. Go and follow her on TikTok if you can. Bex with an X, B-E-X, Edwards, and you'll find her. Follow us on YouGarden as well, all the usual places, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you follow us, wherever you find us, or if you just want to watch us here on the website, that's absolutely fine, as long as you get involved. We do like it when you get involved. We want to hear about your gardens. It's great to see our plants here in the shed, but we want to see them in your gardens. We want to see them growing.
Penny's got a new puppy.
That's important.
But sorry, I did like 3 sentences in my head, and then I gave you the 4th one. I love it when people get involved because we get to know you. I feel like we are friends, you know, and we get to know who you are. We know Neil loves his hellebores and his osteospermums, and he goes out in the garden, and we know about Mauricia and Derek, and she just messaged saying she has to remind him to look after their plants. So you know, I love to get to know you, and we try and share our information with you as well, and it's lovely to get to know you. And then I went on to Penny's got a new puppy.
That's fine. Yeah, Millie's new garden. Grimmy's run out of room in his own garden, so he's doing his son's garden up for him. Grimmy was getting in the pond this weekend. Grimmy, have we got the update? Oh, no, not Grimmy, that's Dingo. Dingo, have you got in the pond this week? We need the update, because you were getting your waders on and getting in there, because you were trimming your big old Brunera and stuff. I think Grimmy's still on his cruise. He's doing like a 3-week cruise or something.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that's why we haven't seen him lately. Oh. He's a busy man.
Nice time. I hope he's having a lovely time.
I'm sure he's having a great time. He'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll be back, and we always enjoy everybody's company. But yes, it's great that we get to know you, you get to know us as well. We probably share a bit too much with you, if we're honest, some days.
I've always been an oversharer.
Maybe you want to do a new Grow Your Own this year. We've brought you some really unique berries and plants here. We've had the honey berries and the tay berries and different hybrids.
Yes.
This is the goji berry. I don't know anything about this, Bex, so you're going to have to enlighten me.
Well, I have. I've never grown it, but I do know of goji berries, because these are really good for you. You can get dried goji berries, but they're wonderful fresh. They are like a superfood. They're packed with vitamins, antioxidants. I know I've not read it. I don't keep up with celebrity gossip, but Sean was telling me about how Madonna apparently eats goji berries. They're supposed to be amazing.
She's 98 now.
I mean, she's doing pretty well, isn't she? They are packed with all those antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, beautiful flavour. You can use them in sauces, puddings, desserts, but even if you're just growing it because it's pretty, look at it. The bright red berries that come from this are stunning at this time of year.
Yeah.
I mean, they are starting to go over. Normally sort of August, September is the kind of time when those berries will be forming. And look at the colour, they are bright red. The plant itself is very, very easy to grow. It's resilient. It can be pretty much grown anywhere. Sort of sunshine, light shade is not a problem for it. It can be quite drought tolerant once it's established as well. And it can be very heavy cropping, so you can get so many of these berries. It can get quite big as well if you let it get big. It can get to, 1.5 meters quite happily. But you could grow this in pots and containers. I think our heavy duty pots would be perfect for it. Would
I get away with more than one in a heavy duty?
No, I think you want one per heavy duty.
Are they really going to grow that much?
They can get to 1.5 meters height spread. They
Nice.
can. So yeah, I would go, a 30. You could go 30 litre. You could go slightly larger heavy duty pot, and one per pot.
So
and
like
then you'll have loads of berries.
9 centimetre blueberries. Just give them room to grow.
Yeah.
Trust the process. A couple of years, and they're going to be big and full.
Absolutely. I've gone into 1 pot per blueberry. I would do the same with the goji berry, but you don't have to worry about your compost with this. It's our premium professional that you want with this. They don't need acid or ericaceous or anything.
Okay. Excellent. And sweet life berries, the goji berry. These are awesome. If you ever can't remember anything we're telling you about the plants, one, you can watch this show again. You can catch up after. If you're watching on YouTube, you can rewind us live. What did she say? Just go back a couple of seconds. But you can also watch the show anytime on our website. You can watch it again anytime on YouTube. You can watch it again anytime on Facebook for 30 days. So you can always find all of the product information here on the show page, and whichever show you go to, it brings up all of the information on all of the products featured in that show. And here's some useful information, just the height and width, if that's what you want to know. That's on every product on our website. If it's winter hardy, if it needs winter protection, where you want to plant it, these are all the top tips we give you on the website. All that information is there. You don't have to remember everything we're saying every time. You can watch the show again, and then the website's there with all the help and information. And when the plants arrive to you as well, you'll find there's a QR code. Have you seen those? The funny looking square barcode things on leaflets and posters and everything now? You see that on your packaging, scan that, and that will take you to our new plant care information site. Now remember, that won't be specific for every product because it's the same one in every box, but when you get there, just type in the name of the product you're looking for. So if you just type in goji when you get to that website, and then you'll be able to get care information for these plants for anything you can't remember. So it tells you what time of the year they might need pruning, when's best to replant them. We look after you. We want to make sure you get the best from your purchases and you get the satisfaction of growing this and hopefully eating them with our Grow Your Owns as well. So go for the goji berry. It's that triple pack today, £15 and 27 pence is all you need to pay to get those delivered. We warned you these were coming up. Here's some more garden readies for you. This is the Viola Sorbet Tiger's Eye. Bex, I should have bought another 10 plants. You get twice as many as that.
Ah, yes, you're getting 20 garden-ready plants, so it would be double what you're looking at here. Oh, he's going, he's off.
I'm going to have to.
He's going to get them. You're going to get 2 of these packs that you're looking at here. Now, they are garden-ready, so remember what we said about the garden-ready plants. These have been grown on to a larger size, so these aren't your plug plants. They are garden-ready plants. You can plant these out right now. They're totally winter-hardy. They don't need growing on before you plant them out. And there you go. That is the double pack that you're going to be getting there. So 20 those garden readies, and I think this is perfect because actually Viola Sorbet Tiger Eyes works brilliantly en masse. When we go onto the nursery and we see all these packs laid out and they're all flowering, they all look like this, it looks amazing. It's this sea of these amazing flowers. The yellow and the black combination is just stunning, and they do look like that. That is a real image of what these are going to look like. Plus you can get so many months of flowers from this. They were flowering in September. They're going to flower in October, November, December, January, February, March, April. I mean, that is 6, 7, that's 8 months. And
Wow.
that's exactly how long you can have these flowering for. Obviously, you've got to do a little bit of care with them, but it's minimal care. They are winter hardy. Yeah, it's just a bit of deadheads.
Just a little pinch of pluck.
Just a little pinch of the deadheads, and that is a really simple job to do. Every time I walk into the house, because I've got the pots in the front, I've got the hanging baskets with the, pansies, violas, treat them the same. When I find a flower that's gone over, there's never one when you want one.
Is that a spent one?
Let's do it. So when you find one that's gone over, all you do is get the stem, use your fingernails, pinch it off.
Done.
Get rid, and that encourages the blooms to keep coming through. So please keep on top of your deadheading.
You're making such a mess today.
Otherwise, they will self-seed. They'll go to seed and then they'll give up their flowering. So just keep on top of those deadheads. Watering, it's really important. I've done it a couple of times so far already where I have not kept on top of my hanging basket and it's dried out, and then the flowers go all floppy and droopy. So just keep on top of your water. They perk right back up again, but just keep on top of your watering. And a little feed is not going to go amiss during winter. Not every week, not twice a week like you would be doing in spring or summer, or certainly in summertime. Just maybe once a month. Just help them out a little bit. They're going to use a lot of energy to flower for you for those 8 months, so just help them out a little bit. Now these are compact. They're not trailing, they're upright. So they're going to reach about 15 centimetres in height. They don't get massive. This is perfect for pots and containers, for putting on tables outside. I wouldn't put them in hanging baskets personally because I think they're up high, you're going to miss all the beauty of these.
Yeah, you want to be looking down on these.
Absolutely. So avoid your hanging baskets, but front of borders, window boxes, I think that'll be great because you'll always see them from inside when you're looking outside. And little pots on the tables and things outside would be the perfect place, or front of border, as I say.
Yeah, I think right on the edges of the border. So this is the first thing you see where your lawn breaks or where your path breaks. I think they'd be absolutely gorgeous, and we love them. A pack of 20, that's 55 pence a plant. For you club members, that's crazy value. 410016, saving £7 on the pack of 20 Sorbet Tiger's Eye, garden ready size, the biggest ones we do. £11 and 3 pence, super bargain there. And we've got similar value on another garden ready option for you next, the Primrose Benelli.
I should have taken some pictures and video of my primroses because it's amazing. They're all starting to bloom now. And this is the beautiful thing with the Primrose Benelli mix. These can be flowering for you right the way through from October until April. So do you know what? Sometimes we say it's really hard, sometimes it's difficult to get flowers in your garden in winter. It isn't.
Not if you plan ahead. If you prepare.
Yes.
You just got to plant the right things.
It's planting the right things, and it's planting them at the right time. So with your top wave, your violas, your primroses, you get them in and get them flowering before the colder months come. They will maintain those flowers throughout the colder months. If you wait too long, it doesn't kill them off because they're winter hardy. It's just they haven't got going, and then you've got to wait until spring before they will get going for you. Primroses are awesome because these are perennial plants. They form clumps. They're in your garden for years and years and years and years, and they can cope in a couple of different locations. So they're actually more of a woodland plant. Okay. So they love being in a slightly more shady area. However, they can cope in a sunny spot as well. I love the foliage on primroses.
So to back up where like my hydrangeas are or my foxgloves are.
Yeah, they grow lovely there.
But for this time of year, these would make good companions.
Absolutely, they'll grow lovely there. And if you think about the hydrangeas that's starting to go over, the leaves are going, to add that pop of colour, and it is a pop of colour when the flowers come through. The foliage is really sort of cabbagey. I don't know, I love it. I think it's got a lovely texture to it. I love that foliage. And then it is the bright rainbow colours that you get from the Benelli mix, which I adore. Some of them are single colour, some of them are bi-colour. They're bright red, they're bright pink, they're bright yellow, they're really bright whites mixed in there as well. They don't look real because they're such bright colours, and that's what I adore.
Especially through the winter as well and out into the spring. These are incredible colours. You say from October.
Yeah.
So if I'd planted these last year, they could be flowering now.
Yeah, they could be flowering now, absolutely. They can start flowering. Mine are flowering early. I say between October and April. Obviously, it depends where you are, when you planted them, etc. But you can get several months worth of flowers out of them. A little bit of deadheading will help to keep the others coming through.
So don't be without colour through the winter. Gardening does not stop in autumn. It just gets going and it gets better and better. That's a pack of 20, so I'm only showing you half as many as you get there. You get a pack of 20 of these for only £12.73. Crazy value on our garden readies today. 410035. You can find them on the YouGarden TV show page at yougarden.com, or just type in that item number in the search bar. It'll take you straight to the right products. Now, another new favourite, new to us this year, and we adore these. The head gardener had these in his garden. He was keeping them secret, and then he thought, no, I think everyone else should have access to the Cortaderia Tiny Pamper. These aren't the pampas grass that are going to get massive and take over. This is its little baby cousin.
It is, and it's beautiful. I'm so thrilled with mine. Planted mine earlier this year, and I have flower plumes on mine. So they came to me sort of slightly smaller than these, obviously without any flower plumes, and I can't guarantee yours would come with the flower plumes. Just we have got a few that have got them on there. I planted these on the 4th of March. If I remember rightly.
The 4th of March?
I did. I think it's the 4th of March. And these grew into my beautiful heart planters. They're 40 centimetre diameter planters. They've filled those planters now. And one of them I've got 10 flower plumes on. The other one's got about 7 flower plumes on. These are phenomenal. I've always loved pampas grass. My mum and dad used to have one in their garden, and I loved it. So I've always wanted to have one. But my garden's just not big enough to grow a big pampas grass. Now I am growing 2 pampas grasses in my garden because these are super compact. Flippin' hardy, like
so
totally flippin' hardy. These can cope with minus temperatures. You don't need to worry about these in winter. But this is about having autumn and winter interest because the flower plumes come up. Mine came up in August, so actually I didn't think they were going to happen, and then I got back off holiday and they were there. I was so excited. But then they stay on the plant, and you can leave them on all the way through winter. They provide gorgeous interest. Of course, you can cut them, you can dry them, you can use them for your interior decorations. The flower plumes that I've got kind of look a bit like this, but I've seen the pictures of Sean's, who's had his for a few years now, and his are bigger and fluffier and fuller, so I just know that mine's going to get even better. Thank you, Stu. There's me with mine.
That's what I was trying to find.
That's the one I've got, and it looks amazing, honestly. Look how happy I am. And honestly, I'm dead thrilled with that. And that heart planter is available on our website as well, by the way. I think it's a really nice combination.
And that's only 6 months growth, so you can get results like that in the first year, in your pots, in your borders. You can be as happy with your plants as Bex is right there. If you want to go for the tiny pamper, that is a pair. We're sending you 2 of those today. Delivered price, £15.28. Bex, it's time to go bananas.
Yeah, let's go bananas.
We're going to go bananas in the potting shed this morning. Don't forget, we are live with you for another hour and a half. We're going to be here till 12 o'clock. Here is an architectural banana plant collection. Now, why do we call it architectural?
Well, because, banana plants are architectural. So what they're going to provide is beautiful kind of height and structure into your garden. Now, they are more tropical plants, so they're going to need a bit of winter protection. They're going to need looking after. But this is, you're getting an amazing price. So this is why we're bringing these to you. And you can easily give these the protection that they need over winter. You can grow these in your heavy-duty pots. In fact, Nathan, he's not been in for a while, East Coast Tropical.
Oh, yes.
Because he's got a tropical garden.
As the name would have you believe.
As the name would have you believe. And he got one of the Musa Bijous, which is one of the items that you get here. And he sent us a picture recently, didn't he? And it was 2 years old, and it was absolutely massive. But it was in what looked like a heavy-duty pot, like a 35 litre heavy-duty pot.
And he bought it in a 9 centimetre, I remember, like this. 2 years growth.
Yeah.
And it was probably 2 metres tall.
It was huge.
It was enormous, yeah.
And this is the fabulous thing about banana plants, is that when they get growing, you get some really rapid growth on them. The leaves that you get, these can be a metre long once these get established and in place. They are phenomenal. And I just think if you want to create that tropical garden, that exotic looking, the impact in your garden, then you 100% need a banana plant. And here you're actually going to get 3 of them. You've got the Chinese hardy, the red Abyssinian, and the Musa Bijou. So the red Abyssinian is going to give you the wonderful sort of darker foliage. The Chinese hardy gives you a beautiful striking yellow flower that can be on there and last for ages as well. Now we're talking about hardy down to sort of -5, -6. So just bear this in mind. If you're planting it in the ground, go to a sheltered location. I think you're going to want to look at some protection. You know, you're going to want to look at some kind of fleece wrappings and things. I know that Adam is planning on doing a video very soon, talking about how to do that kind of winter protection and what have you. And these are definitely a collection that I'm going to be adding into my new garden when I get there. I want that tropical corner.
We were at Sean's a couple of weeks ago. We planned to do some filming there on, you know, how to fleece wrap plants, how to mulch plants and get them through the winter. It was so sunny. We actually
just seemed like
we're not going to film that day because no one would be in any belief at all that it was winter. It was so hot and bright when we were there in the end of September.
Enough,
we thought we're going to have to come back another week and do this another time. I've just shown Jake. If you have a look at your mirror, Jake, don't look at yourself in the mirror. I'm sending you a. I'm sending you a picture of a Musa Bijou.
That's Nathan's.
And that is Nathan at East Coast Tropical. As Beck said, look, it's in that heavy, juicy pot or something very similar size. And look how big that is. That's a 2-year-old plant grown from a 9 centimetre like you're getting here. So do make sure you've got the space for these. But you can see how we're saying these are architectural plants. And you're going to save £10 on the pack of 3 today. The 3 different varieties, the Chinese Hardy, the Red Abyssinian and the Musa Bijou. You get all 3 for £16.97. OK, we wanted to go to Facebook for you very quickly because I understand we have a comment there from Carol. So excuse me while I put my head down and try and find this. And we will see what Carol has got to say to us this morning. She wanted to say, good morning, Bex and Jake. So I'm not involved. She's sorry she's late. So Carol loves our lives and so she can sit and relax and laugh with you. She's a beginner gardener but bought so many easy plants to start with. Carol, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you getting back to us and telling us how you're getting on. And maybe you don't comment in the lives very often. I don't remember talking to Carol on the lives before.
No.
Maybe we have. So please do get involved. We love hearing how well you're getting on. And if you're a beginner, there's no question too silly. You can ask us anything.
Never.
Especially Bex. Because we're going to be able to give you the advice to make sure you get the best out of your plants. We've also got Suzanne's with us today as well. She's saying the QR codes that we send on our boxes are an absolute godsend. She loves the fact that we provide care information with the packaging. Just scan that code. It takes you straight to our new customer support care centre where you can get all the information you need on your plants. If you don't remember what we're saying about where to plant it, what sort of soil it needs, if you don't know whether it can go in a pot, if you don't know when to prune it, all of that care information is available. Just scan that code and it takes you straight to the website where you can do that. It doesn't take you straight to the specific plant because we don't have a box for every different plant that we send. All you have to do is look it up when you get there. So Bex has done that just now.
I literally just scanned it and then it's brought up the care guide. So you can go in and look, we've got fruit and veg, trees and shrubs, plants, roses, flowers, bulbs. So let's go into the flowers and then we've got, you can click into geraniums, begonias. It tells you all about the different plug plant sizes, jumbo plugs, garden readies, what you need to do when you receive them. Love this. This is great.
We want to help you. We want to help you get the best from your plants and we want you to have a success with them. We want you to enjoy them for as long as possible. But don't forget, any plant that's got a winter hardy stamp on our website, that little snowflake symbol, that means it's got a winter hardy guarantee from us. That means if you ever lose the plant and we said it was winter hardy, we replace it for just the price of postage as long as we still have the plant in stock.
We keep forgetting that, don't we? We need to say that more.
It's an amazing guarantee.
Absolutely.
You're not going to get that from a garden centre. You're not going to get that from a lot of other places you can buy plants on the internet, but you do here at YouGarden.
You do indeed.
And that's something we think is really special and really important. Right, we've got a few more things to tell you about here today. We've got some pre-planted hanging baskets. If you need a hanging basket, if you've got a spare hook, going begging this time of year, you need some more colour, maybe your summer baskets were still going and you're thinking, oh, it's too late to plant up a winter one now, I've left it too late, I need that colour now. We have our pre-planted baskets ready for you right now. These are 25 centimetres, these are the plastic baskets, they come with the anti-twist hangers as well. £21.23 for 2. £10.50 a pre-planted basket. You're going to struggle to beat that value anywhere Don't forget, that is a delivered price on our favourite trailing winter pansy. Can flower for up to 9 months of the year. Use that code YGTV4125 if you don't want the Cool Wave hanging baskets. We have another option for you. These are the berries and cream mix. So still going to flower all the way through the winter for 9 months. Still come to you in the plastic hanging baskets with the hanger, with the anti-twist clips. And these are still the same price, $21.23 for a pair. The only difference is the colour. This is going to be the berries and cream mix. So you get those royal purples and those ivory and cream tones that we were saying have been really popular in planting schemes this year for you if you want to go for them. YGTV4125 gets you that special price and that special saving and your free postage. If you want our compost, whatever you're planting this time of year, it's going to go in our premium professional compost. It's great for your bulbs. You don't need a different compost for your bulbs. Please don't believe people who write that on bags saying you need a different one. You don't. If you're planting bare roots, if you're planting your fruit trees, if you're planting your winter bedding, you're going to need some of our compost. £16.97 is going to get you 2 bags delivered, 2 of the 40-litre bags. Please go over counter. If you're down to less than 2 bags, I would stock up at this price, and I would also stock up on our Strolch. You're getting 2 bags of Strolch here. The 9 kilogram bags, that's 100 litres. You're getting over 6 square metres coverage here for $22.92. That is an unbeatable price. You're not going to find that value anywhere else, especially delivered. You're saving more than you're spending if you're a club member today for the 2 9 kilogram bags of the Strolch. With all those wonderful features, it repels the slugs and the snails, it enhances your soil quality, adds all the minerals in, and it's a traditional mulch as well. What more could you ask for? We also have plenty of plants for you to choose from. This is the prize-winning Runaway Bride because it flowers all the way along the stem. Really different to your standard hydrangeas. Nothing standard about this. Established plant in a 14cm pot. Half price, as good as for you today. $14.99 with postage included, and £12.74 for you club members. We also had the paper bush earlier. Now this is one that flowers in the winter, incredibly fragrant on the bare stems with those exquisite looking bright yellow and cream flowers, and we adore this one. You won't believe the fragrance, you won't believe the appearance if you've not seen this before when it blooms in the winter for you. $16.99 is all you need to pay as a club member today when you use our offer code. We also have the Red Rocket, our Calistemon. Great hedging plant for you here. Established plant, can get through the British winters with a little bit of help. When it gets down to about -5, if you know it's going to get to that cold, that's when you want to start wrapping this one up. £15.29 is all you're paying for the Red Rocket in the 18cm pot. New to our range this year, and a fabulous discount on that right now if you want to get that beautiful look with the red tips on your hedging plants. We also saw the magical Snow Star. So if you've had our Calacarpa Beauty Berry, the purple berry, this one grows in the same way with the berries on the bare stems, a little bit like the paper bush. So if you have the beauty berry already, maybe you want to grow this alongside. It's a white berried plant and it's in leaf at the moment, but it is deciduous. It's going to drop the leaves, grow the berries, and do that whole show for you again next year. Now, if you want the Rose of the Week, we do a different Rose of the Week every week. This is the Rose Meteor, the Rose of the Year 2024, coming to you in an established 4-litre plant, and it's only £15.29 for 1 week, only with those bright orange flame-like roses, and this is a Floribunda. You're going to get loads of those all backing each other up. Beautiful Rose of the Week. I can see that being really popular, £15.29. If you want the Pansy Top Waves, the biggest ever winter trailing pansy, these are the garden ready size as well, so the biggest size plugs that we do, £11.04. These are ready to go in your garden, no growing on, straight in your hanging baskets, straight in your pots, and they're going to flower for you all the way through the winter with those massive blooms that you can see there. And if you want the hellebores, these are going to grow and flower for you in the winters, and these are going to grow and flower for you for many years to come. Those are the Hellebore Double Ellens. £12.73 gets you 6 plugs delivered for you club members today. And if you're not a club member, you should really consider joining. Our club members save a lot of money, but they get a lot of other benefits as well. Here's Sean and Bex to tell you more.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member, and that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
Those are all the reasons that you should join our discount club. If you haven't, you can join online right now. You'll be offered that opportunity when you get to checkout, or there's a little star at the top of the website. Click on that, it gives you all the information. So easy, just an email address and a password and your credit card information, and you're away. That's all you need. You're gonna save all that money for a whole year for just £10. And if you're a discount club member, the only way your savings get even better is by watching us here on YouGarden TV. Every week we've got brand new products for you, brand new savings, and we've got some of your favourites as well. We'll do everything you need to be planting this season, all the things you need to be planting for next season.
Yes.
And our end of season clearance lines. We bring all of the best here to you, YouGarden TV, twice a week on a Thursday morning and on a Sunday morning, but you can watch anytime. You can catch up online at YouTube, at Facebook, or on our website. Today's code, YGTV4125. That's what's going to get you the free postage and going to make all of these savings and special offers happen when you get to checkout. Make sure you use that. The phone lines aren't open on Sundays at the moment, but they will be open again tomorrow morning. If you want to order on the phone, just write down the item numbers. Make sure the first thing you say to that person when you call up tomorrow is, I've got an offer code I want to use. It's YGTV4125, and you're going to get that free postage and all of the savings you see on the screen right now. If you've got any questions you want to send us, you can put them in the email. Bex has obviously just seen something that's tickled her. YGTV@YouGarden.com if you want to email us with your questions and with your photos. If you want to be more interactive and more live, you can join us on Facebook and you can join us on YouTube, where we've got the live chat going on. There's lots of people in there having a natter with each other. I'm not sure they're even watching us anymore, Bex.
They do, they chat with each other. I'll share Dingo's email, shall I? He says, yeah, hi Bex, yes, I got in the pond yesterday and did a bit, but whilst climbing out on the steps, missed my footing and fell backwards into it.
Please tell me you've got a camera on the pond, Dingo. You must have.
He goes on to say, Mrs. was really concerned as she was creased up laughing. Managed to climb out, but now sitting here bruised and battered, having a day off. Lol, what am I like? Cheers,
I can just
Dingo.
imagine how he's got his wellies or his waders on to go in.
But it's when somebody falls in slow motion, isn't it? And they do that like twirling arm thing, like, ah, ah, that's what I'm picturing. Dingo.
You have to do that thing where you pour the water out your boots.
Dingo, I'm sorry you're hurt, but that does sound hilarious. Apologies.
I do hope all the creatures survive, because Dingo runs a turtle sanctuary down in Somerset. I'm actually down in Somerset in a couple of weeks.
Oh, there
I don't know
you
if
go.
I'm
You need to
anywhere
pop in
nearby.
and see Dingo.
Yeah, he runs a turtle sanctuary, so hopefully he dodged all the terrapins and turtles as he was falling into the water. They all scurried out of the way. This is why we like it. Bex was saying earlier, we get to know you, you get to know us. It's a wonderful community here at YouGarden TV. And one of the things that we have in our family, that everyone should have in their gardening family, is a Nandina.
Yeah.
We love the lemon and lime, new to us this year here at YouGarden, but it's got an incredible price on it nonetheless, £11.04. Gets you a Nandina lemon lime home. Bex, what are all the things you love about this one?
Well, the colours basically is why I love Nandinas in general. And then we've got a few different ones. This one is unique in its colour combination here because you get the lemon and lime top that happens. Grows to about a metre 20 in height. And I was just thinking about this in relation to the firepower, because firepower stays a bit more compact, only gets to about 60 centimetres. So you could make a wonderful display with this and then maybe surround it with firepowers.
Wow, yeah.
Because you'd have the gorgeous sort of green and lemon and lime colour, and then you'll have the sort of more fiery tones of the firepower around it.
Yeah, we saw Scott's picture this morning. Imagine that in front of the lemon and lime.
Oh yeah, I mean amazing. It would look really good. You could grow this in a pot or a container. You could put flowers around it. You could put your bulbs around it. So you could have that in the centre. You could put some of your, I don't know, your viola tiger's eye around it. And then you could put some, before you put the tiger's eye in, you could put some daffodil bulbs around it and have those growing up. And then you'd have the background of the wonderful green foliage and the yellow flowers coming through. There are so many planting combinations that you could do with Nandina lemon and lime that, you know, your imagination will run riot with this one. It is all about foliage colour. It's beautiful shades of green, and then you get those wonderful limey coloured tops to them. But for me, Nandinas are very much about year-round colour, but for minimal input. Once you have planted this, there's very little that you need to do. Obviously, if you're growing it in pots and containers, do make sure you keep it, you know, sort of semi-regularly watered. But once this has got established, it's pretty drought tolerant. It's never going to drop its leaves unless you completely neglect it. Sean always tells the story about how he had a couple of Nandinas and, I don't know, they ended up in pots around the side of the greenhouse. He sort of forgot about them and they defoliated, they dropped their leaves, which they're not supposed to do.
That doesn't really happen. Yeah.
It doesn't happen, but it's because of the absolute total neglect. But he said they came back. You know, he started looking after them and watering them, and they did come back again. So these are tough, resilient, hardy, easy, you know, compact, neat, beautiful plants that give you year-round interest. There are so many reasons to have Nandinas.
I hope you're as excited about a Nandina as Bex is just there. Can you hear the passion?
I love it.
How much she wants one of these in her garden, and so she's going to have all of those planting schemes and ideas to harness, and it'll be so rewarding when you see this planted in combination. I think you're right, Bex. This is a fantastic supporting cast to a lot of your other plants in the garden.
Agreed, yeah.
£11.04 is all you need to pay to get one of those delivered today if you're a club member, $12.99 if you're not, and if that's the only thing you want from us today, I'd fill up your basket a bit more, but if that's the only thing you want from us today, you've never watched YouGarden TV before, and you're here for the first time, you can get that delivered for $12.99. Go to the checkout, it's going to come down from $19.99 to $12.99, and your postage is going to disappear. All you do is use that offer code YGTV4125. I'm imagining this is one of the most popular items on the show, and it has been very popular for us this year already. These are the Crocus sativus, or saffron crocus, already sold out once this year, but we've got some back and we've got them available right now. RRP of invisible RRP. That's weird. The price is floating above the $9.99, so it should be $11.99. We've discounted it to $9.99 for you here at YouGarden TV, and club members are getting it for $8.49, and again, no postage. Bex, you've already planted some of these, but you said to me you think you need to get some more.
Yeah, no, I need to, for sure. They're still in the bag at the moment. I'm going to do it. It's my job for this week. I need to get them in some... I'm going to grow them in pots and containers.
Next Sunday, ask her. Has she done it?
I really do need to. Because you do need to get them in the ground now, basically. These are earlier flowering crocus. Normally, crocus would be flowering sort of, you know, end of January, February, March time. But these ones can actually flower for you during October or November. Now, I know we're in the middle of October, but these will, they definitely should still flower for you. What you'll find is, when you get them home, they are sprouting. And you can see that through the bag here, look. You can see those sprouts coming through.
They are eager, aren't
they? They are very, very eager plants to get going. So you want to get these in the ground as soon as possible once you get these home. Don't panic that they're sprouting. They will still be absolutely fine. And then they should give you flowers in November. because they're going to grow away really, really quickly. But they're perennial. They're going to grow for you next year, the year after, and they can multiply, they can spread. They're fantastic at creating drifts through lawns and borders and things. And I love the fact that the Crocus sativus is going to give you flowers at the end of the year, and then if you grow the other varieties of crocus, they're going to give you flowers at the beginning of next year. So if you love crocus, and who wouldn't, these beautiful low-growing flowers, then you can have them at 2 times of the year and not just 1 time of the year. And then you've got the added bonus that these grow saffron. Saffron is the most expensive, it's not herb, is it? It's spice, thank you. Yeah. It's the most expensive spice. Per gram, saffron is, most of the time, is more expensive than gold.
People buy them in tiny little glass test tubes, and there might be 4 or 5 in there.
Absolutely.
And you could easily pay £4 or £5
at least,
for that barely a gram worth of spice.
Well, each of those flowers will produce, I think it's either 2 or 3, or they can produce 2 or 3 of those saffron stems. Now, it's so expensive because it cannot be machine harvested. It only grows at that one time of year, and it has to be hand picked.
Probably with tweezers. You have to be very delicate.
Yeah.
With
Don't
this,
take the entire flower off. You need to go out and you need to pick those saffron little stems out, and you need to dry them, and then you can use them in your cooking if you want to. I have never actually cooked with saffron. I've eaten stuff with saffron. It's beautiful flavour.
Saffron rice, delicious.
Yeah, saffron rice, gorgeous. But you can buy it yourself. Don't go and buy a £10 jar that's only got 3 or 4 stems in.
Yeah.
Get it yourself.
Have you been tempted when you've been down the farm shops, like our friend Jake, who's operating the show today? Have you been tempted when you see those little jars? You go, oh, it's only £7 or £8, and then use it once, and you've gone, crikey, that was an expensive dinner.
It's a really expensive
dinner I've just cooked there. Just used £8 worth of spice on it. You can now have your own. It can grow. £8.49 gets you saffron in your garden forever. 42 pence per bulb. I don't think you're going to be able to beat that value, and please get it while it's in stock. Not many people have these bulbs available, but we do. We've already sold out once this year. It could happen again before they want to be in the ground, so make sure you get them. If you're thinking about it, pop them in your basket, use our code and get that value, get that saving. We've also got the double Ellens for you today. These are, no, double Ellens, double queens. I do get my hellebores mixed up. You'll forgive me. I'm not often this side of the camera. Double queens. These are the hellebores. And where am I going to plant these, Bex? Where do they want to go?
Well, they want to go in a more shady spot, actually. So this is really cool for creating, you know, drama and interest and colour where other flowers won't grow. The shady spots can be tricky for flowers, but actually hellebores are going to be perfect in those spots. They can grow in a slightly more sunny position, but they do prefer those slightly more shady spots. You can even grow these in pots and containers as well. My only top tip there would be make sure they don't dry out during the summer months. You know, it's much easier to keep them watered in the borders, but you can container grow them as well. Now the double queen mix, I mean, I think it is probably the most standout. There are several different varieties and they all have their own beautiful attributes, but I love the colour mix that you get with the double queens. Plus they are double flowers as well, so you get some real petalicious beauties here. They're strong, they're healthy, they're sturdy. They have nice strong stems, but they tend to have these nice little nodding heads on them as well.
These
so
are tough, yeah.
Yeah, they've got this sort of romanticism to them. Really tough plants, winter hardy, but can be flowering at some of the most inhospitable times of the year. You know, these can be flowering for you. I mean, some varieties, and Neil, he commented his hellebores are starting to flower now.
Yes.
I know, listen, it's all a bit messed up this year. It's weird. Things are flowering at weird times. But, you know, traditionally, you'd say anywhere between sort of December and March, you would see hellebores starting to pop up out of the ground.
Yeah, we're going to have to say soon that, you know, this is traditionally a spring flowering plant, but you know, results may vary. I know we've had some crazy things this year. Adam and I were looking over the nursery only a couple of weeks ago, and there were foxgloves.
Yeah.
Like, what? It's
October. Why are they flowering?
It's October. Why are foxgloves flowering? We can't work it out. Just go with it. If something looks good in your garden, keep it in your garden. Let it flower whenever it wants to, and we'll all work around it. The hellebore double queen mix, you're getting 6 plugs delivered in the greenhouse there to keep them safe and protected on their way to you. They'll be boxed as well. £5 saving, and then further discount, 15% off for you club members, £12.73. £14.98 is still incredible value for everyone else, with free shipping when you use our code YGTV4125 at checkout in your offer code basket. Right. We've got these pansy Top Wave. The Garden Readies, first week we've bought you Garden Readies, launched these on Thursday. They've been super popular. They are ready to go in your baskets. They're ready to go in your pots. And the Top Wave is an improvement on the Cool Wave, Bex, you were telling me.
It is indeed, yeah, and it's an improvement basically because you're going to get larger flowers.
Is bigger better?
Absolutely, Stu.
Okay.
Sometimes bigger absolutely is better. Listen, I love the Cool Waves. I've got the Cool Waves. I've got both varieties of the Cool Waves, but I have just placed my order for the Top Waves as well because I want to see what these grow like. And, well, actually, I saw them myself earlier on in the year when we went for that lovely supplier visit, and they are big, they're bold, they're beautiful. Now, I want to point something out here, and I'll tell you all about the plant.
Okay.
Julia sent us a lovely email with a picture attached to it. Now, it's a slightly different plant, but bear with me. What we say to you with these is get them now, get them in, get them flowering, because that way you're going to get the best display through winter. They will stand up to the cold weather and they will flower for you all the way through the winter. If you wait too long, the cold weather won't kill them off. They won't get going. Now, Julia got her Cool Waves, just as she says, a few weeks ago. Let me show you this picture.
You what?
A few weeks ago, Julia planted her Cool Waves. Now, these are the berries and cream, so admittedly this is a different variety that you are looking at, but they grow in a very similar way, and this is exactly what I mean. Get them in, get them planted, get them flowering, get them established. Julia's going to be looking at that wonderful hanging basket all winter.
So will everyone else.
And so will everyone else.
People stop and gawp at that.
So that's exactly what we're talking about with these Top Waves, okay? So imagine that with the rainbow of colour that you're going to get with the Pansy Top Waves. You get them in, you get them planted now while we're still having all of these lovely sunny warmer days, and you will get that display right the way through winter. Now, what I will tell you about their hardiness is that the cold weather doesn't kill them off. When it is frosty, the flowers might droop a little bit, but as soon as the frost has passed, they perk right back up again. We all go a bit droopy in the cold, and then we're fine again as soon as it's passed, and that's exactly what you're going to get with these. Now, they are looking mostly green at the moment. This one has a little flower coming. You'll be amazed how quickly they grow, and if I can refer back to Julia's picture, she planted them a few weeks ago, and that's the display that she has got now.
Get them planted, get them outside.
Amazing. Okay, so that's the Pansy Cool Wave Berries and Cream. I think they might be still available on the website if you want to get those, but what we're talking to you about today is the Pansy Top Waves, and this is the rainbow of colour with the beautiful faces. You know how much I love the pansy faces. The ones that have got the personality. They're either smiling, they're either sad, they're either grumpy. I love them.
And what we don't always tell you this, but Wave are a brand.
Yes.
Wave are a brand of pansy. So when you're getting the Top Wave or the Cool Wave, if you see another trailing pansy, it's not Wave.
It's not Wave.
Wave are a brand, and the Top Wave is exclusive to us here at YouGarden. So if you see another trailing pansy that claims to be the biggest ever trailing pansy, it's not this one. This is the one you've got to get if you want to get the biggest trailing winter pansies ever. If you like the Cool Wave, give these a try. You might be even more impressed than you normally are. They are garden ready, 10 of those, £11.04. Now, the Rose Meteor is our Rose of the Week. It's the Rose of the Year in 2024, but it's our Rose of the Week this week. £15.29 gets you a 4-litre potted plant. Crazy good value on this one, and it's got this wonderful deep dark burgundy foliage on the new growth. It feels like a real kind of a showpiece, this one, Bex.
It is, and look how glossy that foliage is as well. I love that glossy foliage that you've got on there and that darker colour that we're seeing with the new growth that comes through. Now, they are deciduous, they are going to drop their leaves, but how beautiful is that going to be? Particularly when you contrast that against the beautiful orange copper flower there. Totally winter hardy, beautiful fragrance, and it's your shrub Floribunda rose that you're getting here. Award-winning with the Rose of the Year, plus you're getting an amazing price because it's our Rose of the Week.
YGCV 4125. It's a 4-litre established plant, and you're going to get it at home for £15.29. What an absolute bargain. We're going to go and tell you about the one thing you all need to plant all of these plants up next. This is our premium professional compost. It's amazing price today. You got 2 of the 40-litre bags. We know how much you love this. If you're running low, please go check your stocks. If you've got less than 2 bags, get this today, under £10 delivered, but club members, £8.49-ish. Delivered price, £16.97. That is crazy value.
Yep.
For all the reasons we love this compost, Bex, I love it for my house plants, I love it for my garden plants as well. How many bags do you reckon you've used this year?
Oh, my word.
Dare you count?
I don't count. Think about how many heavy-duty pots I've filled this year. Preparing to move house, so I've been doing most of my gardening in pots and containers, so I filled so many heavy-duty pots to put all my plants in. I love it. I will not use anything else. I always make sure I've stocked up. In fact, I placed an order along with my pansy top waves for, I think, 4 more bags that I've got coming. I'm taking advantage of the deal that we have got running at the moment because it is the best price per litre. I know you're getting 80 litres rather than the usual 100 litre, but the price per litre is so much better. And it is the perfect compost for all of the plants in your garden, nearly all of them. Just the acid-loving, ericaceous plants, they need a different compost. But everything else I plant in this compost. And I see the best, the biggest, the boldest results, the biggest flowers, the most fruit crops, the most vegetable crops, and that's what you want from them. If you love gardening and you're spending your money on plants, please don't scrimp on the compost. It's really important. The roots are what give the plant its height, its structure, its longevity, its disease resistance. That's what feeds the plant. You know, it brings all its nutrients and its moisture through the roots. So the roots need to be sitting in something happy and healthy. I always say about what you feed yourself. It doesn't matter if you have a bit of junk food every now and then, but you can't live off it every single day of the week. You won't be happy, you won't be healthy. Your plants need to be planted in their 5 a day, and that's what this compost gives them. It's a slow release fertilizer in here with the little balls you'll find. Feed your plants for up to 6 months. It's pH balanced, so it sits in exactly the right place that your plants will be incredibly happy to be there. It's got a wetting agent which helps the moisture actually soak into it rather than run off the top of it. It's got the composted wood fibre in there as well, and beautifully composted, which gives it the texture that you want, that your plants will be able to, you know, the roots will be able to grow. And it is a peat reduced compost, so you've got peat, which we know is one of the best things for growing plants in, but we've reduced that peat down so that we're still getting the maximum results but for minimal input.
So get that today, 2 40-litre bags delivered. You'll feel like you've got stronger if you're used to the 50-litre bags, so you're going to pick it up and go, oh, that's light. Get that delivered today, $16.97 delivered price for you club members. Don't forget to stock up. We also have an amazing price on our Strulch. Now, if you've used this before, again, you might want to stock up. If you've not used this before, Bex, what is this funny looking straw? What do I do with it? Okay, so this is mineralised straw. Please don't think this is just any old straw. This has been through a special patented process to turn it into mineralised straw. That's chopped straw. I can get that from the equestrian shop. And get that from the farm shop. Absolutely not. Right, the reason you want mineralised straw, first of all, is going to be for your slugs and snails. Now, we love slugs and snails, but we don't like them eating all of our plants. You know, hostas. I've got a set of hostas. Years ago I planted a hosta, didn't protect them, and within 2 days completely demolished, dead plant, never coming back because the slugs and snails had an all-you-can-eat buffet on it. Unbelievable. Now I use Strulch around my hostas, and I have the most amazing display of hostas every single year because this stops them from wanting to get to my plants. It's an environmentally friendly way. There's no poisons, there's no pellets. It doesn't turn them into poison bombs that your hedgehogs and your birds are going to eat. They just don't like it, so they don't go near it. Yes, I did. Here he is in my garden. There he is, the baby hedgehog. This is the little nail brush that's been visiting our garden the last couple of nights. Please look at that adorable little face. Aww. He's so cute. So we want the slugs and snails there because that's going to feed those lovely little visitors to the garden. I put getting food down for them, but yes. We encourage the hedgehogs to go. They'll find their own slugs and snails as well, don't they? So this is why we want them in the garden. I just don't want them eating my plants. So this is a great way of keeping them away, but it's not just for that. This is your year-round product to give you so many benefits. In winter, this is like a fleece jacket. It's like a duvet. It's like your big winter coat. This is going to keep the plants nice and warm, and in the spring and summer, it stops the weeds from growing through and keeps moisture in the ground. When it's finished with, up to 2 years it can stay effective for. After that, you can dig this through the soil and it will give a wonderful texture to the soil. I tend to reapply it on a yearly basis personally to where my hostas are because I want to make sure the slugs and snails don't eat it, but it can stay effective for up to 2 years. 2 big bags, the big 9-kilogram bags. Bear in mind, I think this one's only half full because we've used some for demonstrations. 2 big bags delivered for free when you use our code YGTV4125. You're going to get 2 of the 9-kilogram bags delivered for free, working out about £11.50 a bag, saving more than you spend if you're a club member. Please top up on the Strulch today. I'm pretty sure it's the best price we've done on the twin pack this year. We would love to tell you actually about one of our amazing savings. We've got on these planters this week as well.
Yeah, we've got the pine cone planters.
5-pack of these.
Now, I've got the pine cone planters. In fact, my Nandina Firepower is in a pine cone planter, and I think these are really, really beautiful. The dark colour with that kind of golden brushed finish to it is pretty. And it works so well against the golden and bronze and red foliage that you've got. Now, you are going to get 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13-inch diameter, really good size for $21.21 as a club member, which is brilliant.
That's a crazy price.
Yeah.
I'm working out about £4 a pop.
All 5 of those included. Planting suggestions, so many things you're going to plant in here. The Nandina lemon and lime would look incredible in this.
I bought these this year to plant up some ceanothus shrubs in.
Ooh, nice.
They look great in there.
I think your daffodil bulbs would work really nicely in here because the black against the yellow would be great.
Anything bright green, so yeah, like I say, the lemon and lime, anything that's going to be nice and lush for us.
How about your viola tiger's eye?
Oh yeah.
Put your viola tiger's eye in there, and then you've got the yellow flowers against the black of the pots there.
Escalonias.
So many things you could plant in these, and you need to get that deal, honestly. Even if you're thinking, I don't know what I'm planting in them yet, I would get hold of these because you will find lots of things.
It's one of my favourites. Or if you're doing any seasonal planting, if you like to give plants for gifts at Christmas, these look really Christmassy with that kind of bronzy metallic finish to them, and the pine cone look, and feels nice and wintry as well. But these are perfect for all year round, and don't forget they've got the reinforced lips on them, nice and strong, frost resistant, UV resistant. Our outdoor pots are not like the ones you get at the bargain centres.
They are not.
These are proper.
I have bought those in the past.
These don't crack, they don't break, these are good pots. That's what you want. 5-pack there for $21.21. But if you do need the heavy duty, hardcore garden pots, these are the ones we all use here at YouGarden, and these are the ones we recommend time and time and time again. I've got these all over my garden at the moment. I'm growing things on them. I'm using them for garden tidy-ups, scooping up leaves all over my garden at the moment. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
£15.27 gets you a 4-pack of these heavy-duty pots. We know you love them. Maybe you've run out and you need more. Maybe you need some for a project you've got coming up. You're growing on a plant. You're moving some plants around. These are perfect. Bex, list all the things you've done with this in the last 3 weeks. Go.
Oh my word. Garden tidy up, deadheading, planting, temporary homes for plants, storing my bamboo canes in them, storing all of my garden equipment in there, like my kneeling pad and my trowel, and you know the most used items in there. I've currently got blueberries, a peach tree, the cherry stella. I have got roses. I've got cordylines growing in there. I've previously grown strawberries, potatoes, pretty much everything that we bring you on, no, not pretty much, any plant that we have on the nursery can be grown in this heavy duty pot, and it still allows the plants to get to a really good size. Now, yes, I'm using them as temporary homes, but they are permanent homes for certain plants as well. I think they are fantastic. They're long lasting, they're tough, they're durable. That euonymus apparently is still in that pot. Sean still has no idea what he's doing with it. Looks like it's permanent home now.
I do remember the first time we showed the head gardener that VT. He's like, wait, put that in there, that looks awful. Don't show people that. That looks rubbish. I was like, no, the whole point is, it's a temporary home. It's what you put your plants in. So I can't get rid of the plant Bex. I can't bear to see it go.
Yeah.
It's got to go in something. Heavy-duty pots every time. Don't run out. 130011 gets you the 4-pack of the classic size. That's the 40-centimetre wide, 30-litre capacity. £15.27 gets you all 4 of those. We've got some more bulbs for you if you're planting up, ready for spring. Here is an absolute classic. These are the Dinky Daffodils, the miniature mix.
Love a Dinky Daffodil. They are my
35 of
favourites. Honestly, I just think Dinky Daffodils are the best. I love daffodils at the early time of the year, sort of, you know, March, April time. Absolutely adore seeing daffodils popping up through the ground. In my garden, I prefer the dinky ones, and it's because of the versatility. There are different places that you can plant them. The taller daffodils are amazing, but I wouldn't put them in the top of a hanging basket, and I wouldn't put them into a window box, for example. Okay. But you can with these, and they look great because they only grow to about approximately 15 to 20 centimetres. I adore the mix. Those ones at the bottom are called the Rip Van Winkles, which I think are fantastic. But then you'll be getting these sort of classic trumpet shapes. You'll get the, you know, paler yellows, the brighter yellows. You'll get the mix included in there. Great for rockeries. If you've got a rockery in your garden, that'd be amazing. If you've got a tiny little, water feature, a pond or something like that, these would look great planted around the edge of there. You're getting 35 of those bulbs and they naturalise. Daffodils are one of the best when it comes to your spring flowering bulbs at naturalising, which means that they spread, they multiply, they get bigger and better in the following years.
If you're not sure what else to put in your order today, maybe go for those, the mini mixed daffodils. And as Bex says, you can plant them in so many more places than you can plant the big ones, but maybe mix them with your big ones as well. And the point of having a mix is they all flower at slightly different times, so you get a longer flowering season than if you've just planted the one variety. Going for those today, 600317, £8.49 for 35. Fantastic value here at YouGarden TV. We won't be beaten on price. Here, we've got the Scilla siberica.
Yeah.
I've never heard of these specs. If somebody says Scilla to me, the only one I can think of is the bluebell, the Scilla nutans. What is a Scilla siberica?
Well, it's a beautiful, vibrant blue flower that you get from it. So you get these lovely sort of nodding heads. They look a bit like bluebells. They look a little bit like snowdrops, but they've got these beautiful star-shaped flowers on there that are great for naturalising under trees, through lawns, in your borders. They are award-winning. They've got the RHS Award of Garden Merit. They are nectar-rich flowers as well. So these are great for pollinators, flowering typically March, April time. They're known as, you may have heard of them as Siberian squill. That's their kind of nickname that you've got for them. Look really good planted en masse. So you're going to get 40 of these bulbs. They're not massive at all, so this is going to be really quick and easy to plant. I would plant 2 groups of 20 of these basically, and then they will naturalise, they will multiply and create that sea of blue at that perfect time of year. Blue flowers are rare. We bring you blue flowers quite regularly, and so I think people might think...
How do we do that when they're so rare?
I don't know, but they are. They genuinely are, but we do have so many of them that you would be forgiven for thinking they're a common colour in the garden. They're not. It's one of the rarest colours that you can have in the garden, and you've got it with this beautiful Scilla.
Yeah, I've told quite often if you're going for an interview as a gardener to prove you know something about gardening, they're like, right, well, name 10 blue flowers then. To prove you actually heard of them, because the blue ones are the rarest. But we show you an abundance of different colours here at YouGarden. This is the Scilla siberica. As Bex says, you're getting 40 bulbs, plant them in 2 groups of 20. Great advice. £8.49 gets you the bag of those, saving £2 for everybody else, down to $9.99. Club members discount price, £8.49. Really think about joining that club today. You'll be offered that at checkout if you're not a member already. But everyone, please use our code YGTV4125. That's how you make the best savings. Right, we've still got a last chance to get these, I think, before we pack them up for the year.
Yeah.
The Agapanthus Poppin' Purple. This is the deep purple flowering Agapanthus. You're getting 3 of these, working out just over £7 each for club members. Amazing value capping off the season.
Yeah, brilliant, honestly. I mean, they're your summer flowering perennial plant here. You can see they're going over. Of course they are. The flowers are. But these are brilliant for planting at the moment. They love to be in a sunny spot in the garden, so do bear that in mind. They also really love having their roots restricted. That's how you get the best flowering ability. So I would recommend container growing, but if you want them in borders, it's not impossible. You can do that. You can plant them into nursery pots and bury the nursery pots, or you can plant them into very sort of packed borders, and then they still feel like they're getting that hug. This is a spectacular reblooming variety, so actually this can give you more flowers than other varieties. From between June to September, you can get multiple flower spikes coming off here. They continuously flower for you, start off those deep purple buds and open up into the firework explosion. They're pretty tough, they're pretty hardy. What I would always recommend with any Agapanthus is a layer of mulch. Okay. I mean, some are more tough and more resilient than others, and obviously the longer they've been in, the more resilient they become. But just with your strulch or your bark mulch, just do a little, layer of that around the plant. Just a little top dress on your pots. That'll keep them through and going through the winter for you. They get bigger, so we're talking maybe about 60 centimetres in height, and they'll form a clump of about 45-50 centimetres. So these will multiply over the years, and they will give you so many flowers in the summertime. Plus they have nice long sturdy straight stems. That means you can cut them and bring them indoors for cut flower displays and pollinators.
So many good reasons to get those in your garden. Get them established through the autumn and the winter, so they're going to flower for you next year. 3 of those, just over £7 each for club members, £21.22. The Poppin', the reflowering variety, if you want those. Geranium Storm Cloud is up next. Now, Bex, We went out and grabbed these off the nursery this morning. We could just see them through the fog. Now, should I buy this plant? Because it doesn't look like I'm getting a lot.
No, I appreciate that, and this is where you have to use your imagination, and this can be a little bit tough for non-gardeners to understand. They're starting to die off. Look, here's a leaf here. This one is going to go very soon. In fact, that's pulled away really, really easily.
So how do we say these get bigger and better every year if they go down to so much less of a plant through the winter?
Right, well, this is a herbaceous perennial plant, so it disappears underground in winter. And what you can see is there is a beautiful root structure there. Let me turn it around the other way for you and hold it. Look, there is no compost falling away, and that's because this is all root underneath here. That herbaceous perennial means that all of the foliage above ground just dies down into this crown that you can see here underground. And that's where it sort of sits over winter, just sort of hibernating and being dormant, and then it comes up for you every single year. So I appreciate you might need just a little bit of imagination, but it's a bit like planting a bare root. If you've watched us for a while and you understand the theory behind bare roots, this is a similar sort of thing that we're talking about here. Get it in, get it planted. You won't see anything above ground until spring, and that's when you'll start seeing this wonderful foliage growth. Storm cloud is the perfect name for this particular plant. The colour of the flower against the contrasting deep dark foliage of the hardy geranium storm cloud is intense. It is beautiful, and hardy geraniums is one of the best things you can plant in your garden for long-lasting summer colour, and also a perennial plant. This will be flowering for you from about June time right the way through to September and October. Once it starts getting colder, then yes, it will start dying back down. Actually, my geranium Rosanna is still looking amazing at the moment, and you'll still have some beautiful displays from this, obviously, because it'll be more established next year, but then it will disappear underground and reliably come back for you every year. I love them so much. Hardy geraniums are in my absolute sort of potentially top 5 of plants that you should ever plant in your garden.
And another fantastic contrast plant. If so much of your garden is green, plant something that's going to be deeper, darker foliage, deeper, darker coloured flowers. The hardy geranium, this is the storm cloud, and you're going to get 3 of those delivered for £15.27 for club members. Fantastic value, and remember, get them established through the winter and enjoy them in the summer. Your job's already done. Sit back and enjoy your garden.
Yes.
We've got another chance for you to do the same thing here with clematis. So these are summer flowering clematis, and we call these the Boulevard Patio Collection. So what makes these different to my standard clematis in my garden?
Well, it's the Boulevard clematis collection. So these are more compact. So these were bred by the wonderful Raymond Everson, who won an OBE in 2000. He's very famous in the gardening world. He bred so many amazing varieties of plants, and these were bred specifically to be more compact. If you think about your standard clematis, they romp away, don't they? I mean, they can grow huge. They can cover multiple fence panels. Often they grow so big that unfortunately they disappear over the fence into your neighbour's garden. They get all the flowers and you get all the sort of other growth and the foliage. With this one, you're going to get the beautiful flowers in your own space. So about a metre and a half is the sort of size that these are going to grow to. So this is perfect for smaller spaces. It's perfect for tower pots. It's wonderful for little trellis work up walls and things. And it keeps the flowers in your garden. You're getting the 3 different varieties. We've got one called Olympia, that's the purple. You've got the Nubia, which is the red, and you've got the Pompeii, which is the pastel pink one included in there. They are repeat flowering, and you can have flowers on these for up to 6 months of the year, from June right the way through June, July, August, September into October. So you can have flowers for such a long time, and you also get the flowers all the way along the stem, which is beautiful. You get beauty from toe to tip with these amazing Boulevard clematises. Clematis?
So maybe clematis. Let us know in the chat. What do you think? If you're still watching us here on YouGarden TV this morning, we're still with you for another half an hour up to 12 o'clock. If you're in the YouTube chat, if you're in the Facebook chat, clematis, clematici,
clematises,
clematis. Clematis, I like that one, maybe. So you're getting 3 clematis plants here, the Boulevard Patio Collection, and as Bex pointed out, so much more versatile than the traditional climbing ones. You get the flowers, not your neighbours. They're not going to throw themselves over the top of the fence and flower for somebody else. These are the ones you get to enjoy. Maybe grow them up and around your other climbers. We've got a fantastic deal for you here right now. If you want to go for a window box planter, we've got a fantastic collection for you here on our autumn bulb and planter deal. You are going to get the planter mat, the drop-in bulb pack, and some compost. You get the whole thing for £20.37. I don't know why Bex has got to it, but...
Oh. Was it one?
You get the
Sorry,
planter,
I'm an idiot.
You get the compost.
I'm an idiot,
Maybe you
that's
want to
why.
go for two. You get the planter, you get the compost, you get the bulbs, all included, £20.37. Now, Bex, we could make one of these up and show everyone how to do it.
We could.
Or we could just let Sean do it.
Go for it.
Sean, show him how it's done.
Our tagline here at YouGarden is YouGarden, gardening for everyone. And what we've got for you right now is something so easy, so simple. So even if you've never planted bulbs before, you can grow them using this kit. Now, it's brought to us from Blooming Fast. That's a brand that we love to work with. And it's called the Balcony Beauty Planter Mat. And what is so clever, you've got 38 bulbs in here. Just want to show you what's inside. So, they're all in their own pockets. They've all been arranged. So if you notice, there are different depths, different sizes. So all of the individual bulbs have been put in their perfect place, in their perfect pocket. This, by the way, is all biodegradable. So this will just naturally compost down. And all you need to do is get yourself a window box. These are perfect. These are actually, ideal, and they're called the Leonardo terracotta window box. They're on our website right now. So take one of these if you haven't got one already. Start filling it with compost. Now I recommend our premium professional compost. A couple of inches in the bottom like so. Nice and quick, nice and easy. Then you take your planter mat. And it goes. What I would do, I'll be honest, just double check the bulbs are pointing the right way up. So pointy side up, you see that one could do with a little bit of tweaking. I'll be honest, some are actually on the side here, and that would be okay. They'll find their way up, they really will. Then we cover with more of our premium professional compost. While I'm doing this, I want to talk about the 38 bulbs that you've got in here, because we have got some absolutely gorgeous varieties. Tulips, we've got the narcissi, two different types of those. The Pristina, haven't grown that, but looks really pretty. You've got your crocus, you've got your grey hyacinths, muscari, of course. The Scilla Siberica, they're really gorgeous. And you've got some yellow tulips as well. So do bear in mind, this colour palette has been specially selected. All of those bulbs will really complement each other. They're ideal for this size of window box. Give it a water. You've got obviously drainage holes built into this, by the way. Pop it outside. You can plant it anytime from September, even, I'll be honest, even as late as January, you can, honestly. And then it will flower from February all the way through to May. But isn't that simple? So, you know what, even if you're new to gardening, even if you haven't really got a garden, but you've just got a little balcony, a little patio area, these are going to be absolutely perfect.
Just how quick and easy is that? And you can go for the whole deal today, everything you need. Maybe this will make a great gift for somebody you know who doesn't garden and wants to do it really fast, really simple. They get complicated, bulbs and instructions. It's not hard at all, but we've made it even easier with these pre-arranged bulb packs. Everything you need for the autumn planter deal there. £20.37 delivered for club members, and you get the window box included.
That's great, actually.
Well, we've got another crazy deal to tell you about. We have our Ceanotha standards. We teased you with these earlier, but you don't get one, you get two. If you needed a pair of these, if you missed out on them earlier in the year when we sold out and we couldn't get them anywhere, and in fact, we started buying them from over in Europe. They're supposed to be going to sellers across Europe, and we actually pilfered their stock because we needed them here in the UK. We sold out of every single one we could find. They're finally back in stock. And then we go and discount them, Bex. When we know something's in demand, why do we do it cheaper? It makes no sense at all. £38.23, so that's under £20 per plant delivered price. Saving £35 on this twin pack today for the Ceanotha standard. I've got one, you've got one,
I wish I had two.
You've
No,
only got one. You wish you had
I got
a pair.
one. I wish I had a pair.
So shall I give you mine and then no? You give me yours and then you can have these.
And I'll get these ones. Yeah, and then we'll do it that way. Oh, 510200. I mean, this is amazing, this twin pack of Ceanothus, and I want you to see this in full bloom, please. I mean, that gives you a tiny impression of what this is going to look like. Mine looked so good. Bearing in mind, I got mine in April, and then in May, the display I had from this gorgeous Ceanothus was incredible. I am going to get my phone out for you. This is going to be the most, and that's what we're talking about. It'll be the most standout plant in your garden. It will be the one that makes everybody stop and stare. They are award winning because they have the RHS Award of Garden Merit. They have all of these wonderful flowers for about 5 or 6 months of the year. They look so beautiful and they are winter hardy. Very, very simple and easy to grow. Pollinators adore them as well. Pollinators are absolutely blown away by these particular plants. Bees just love them. That's what mine looked like on the 14th of May.
That's
I got it in April and it had the evergreen foliage, and then on the 14th of May that was what I had. Look at how many flowers are on there. That's its first year. Next year, I mean, you should see how big the top of this plant is now. The growth at the top, it's grown right out. And so the more growth you get on there, the more flowers you're going to have. I'll do another video at some point to show you the size that this has now grown to. And so next year, I'm going to have the biggest display of flowers.
Here we go.
Yours is better than mine, isn't it?
You've started. Well, I did think mine was really good this year. I've just got to find the.
You don't file like I do.
No.
See, I have folders.
I don't take quite as many pictures of plants as you do. I think is the difference there, Bex.
It's beautiful. If you've already got one and you've got some flowers, please send us an email in, send us your pictures. They're really, really simple and easy to look after. After the flowering season has, finished, you can get a second flowering of these. Now, I would give them a little trim back after the flowering, and then I would let it grow away. Wait and see if you get a second flowering, which you may get in about August time. Yeah, yours did look a bit better than mine.
There she is. Oh, wow.
Look
I can't wait
at
for this flowering.
that.
Look how thrilled the penguins are with it.
Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? Imagine what it's going to look like next year.
As you can tell, we were doing no mow May that May.
Yes.
That's why the lawn's covered in daisies and things. That's my excuse anyway.
Oh, please get these, everybody. Please get these. This is a lower price than we had earlier on in the year when we first brought these earlier on in the year.
I don't understand, Bex, why,
the individual price
why have we put
was
the price
way
down?
more.
I don't get it.
It's beautiful.
I don't get it, but you can get a pair. Twin pack of these right now, £38.23. You can tell how excited me and Bex are about the ones we've got. So we're now excited on your behalf that you could have this wholly desirable plant in your garden, but not just one, you can have two. Or maybe it's one for you, one for a friend, one for you, one for your mum, one for you, one for your aunt, one for you, one for your sister. If you want them, go for them. We don't know how long the stock's going to last, and I don't know if we've got more coming next year or whether this is it. I don't know.
We've got so many of them earlier this year.
If you want to make sure you've got it. If you want our runaway bride, we've got the hydrangea available for you. This is the one in the 14 centimetre pot, well-established plant, but it's only £12.74. That's right, what a bargain today, 510841. This is an award winner that flowers along the stems, very unique, very different to your other flowering hydrangeas. If you want the paper bush today, we have this available, the I've got to say this right, Chrysantha grandiflora, the paper bush, with these wonderful, exquisite looking flowers, little clusters of yellow and cream blooms there that are super fragrant, really highly scented plant this, and it flowers on the bare stems in the winter for you, where not a lot of other things are flowering. This comes out and it just throws out this wonderful fragrance. Make sure you put this somewhere where you're going to go past it often and you're going to smell it and enjoy that. Pop it out maybe at the front of your house and give everyone else who visits your house a taste of that as well. 511366 is the item number. $16.99 is all you're going to pay if you're a club member today. If you want our Rose of the Week, this is the Meteor, a former Rose of the Year 2024, only last year's Rose of the Year, but we've still managed to do it on a fantastic discount for you today, and we don't have many of these left. £15.29 is all you're going to pay for the 4-litre Rose Meteor. Potted, it's an established plant, it's not a bare root, ready to go in the ground, and it's already had a couple of years growth on it with the wonderful dark foliage as well. Those orange flowers are going to come forward and cascade for you. Can't wait to see that growing in your garden. If you wanted the pansy top wave, the first week we've brought this to you as a garden ready. We've had the plugs before, but here's the garden readies, ready to go in your gardens, ready to go in your hanging baskets, and you won't believe how quickly they establish, how they grow and they flower for you. These are the biggest ever trailing winter pansy. Remember, Wave is a brand. These are exclusive to YouGarden. So if you're seeing another trailing pansy, it's not this one, it's not the top wave, and it's not the biggest ever trailing winter pansy. £11.04 to get 10 of those home right now. It's about £1.10 a plug. You might want the Viola Sorbet Tiger's Eye. These are working out about 55p each because it's a pack of 20. The same as the top wave, this is the garden ready size, and I did like Bex's planting suggestions of where to put these in among your green foliage, the front of your pots, the front of your borders, pop them into your window boxes as well. Not quite for hanging baskets this one, but you're going to get 20, spread them throughout your garden and enjoy those little yellow faces, a carpet of colour, little pops of sunshine in your borders this winter and through into spring. £11.03 gets you 20 of those delivered price when you're a club member and you use our offer code YGTV4125 today. Now you might also want the Primrose Bonelli, another 20 pack of garden ready plants. £12.73 is all you need to pay if you want these ones home, a £5 saving, even better for club members. The brightest of colours, and again, flowering through from right now in October. If you get these planted out, they'll be flowering for you maybe October next year and all the way through into the following spring. You're going to need a compost, whatever you're planting on, to get the best results. It's got that fertilizer in, it's got the feed in, it's got the peat in, it's got the compost that you know and love, well composted wood fibres as well, and it's going to give you the results that we know we can rely on. Don't go to the garden centre and then suddenly find out that you haven't got enough. You've bought the wrong thing. You've got the horrible cheap bag of dirt because you were desperate. Don't run out of our compost. You know it's the best. Make sure you've always got the best to hand while it's at this price, £16.97. 2 40-litre bags, delivered price. If you need the structure as well, maybe you're thinking about protecting your plants through the winter, not just from the cold, but from the snugs and snails. Slugs and snails. You want to protect them from the cold and the slugs and the snails. This is what you need. Adds the minerals into your ground as well. A fantastic multi-purpose product. And it's the best price we've done on the twin pack so far this year. £22.92 is all you're going to pay for 2 of the 9-kilogram bags, and that is your delivered price. Maybe you want to go for the tiny pamper. You saw Bex's one grown in a pot, and you can have results just like this. That's in the head gardener's garden in his border there. £15.28. You get both 2 of those plants in the 9-centimetre pots. They grow and establish really quick. You saw Bex's one earlier, got to that size there in just 6 months. The plumes are beautiful, just like the big pampas grass, but it's shrunk down to a size that most people can grow in their gardens, in the pots or in your borders. Maybe you want to go today for the architectural banana plant collection. You get the 3 different varieties, the Chinese hardy, the red Abyssinian and the Musa Bajou. And we saw how quickly those can grow. In 2 years, they can get to a couple of metres tall. Really good plants, £16.97, something really tropical, maybe a bit different for your garden as well. I can see you enjoying those for many years to come. If you want the calistemon today, the red rocket, this is a fantastic hedging plant for only £15.29 in the 18-centimetre pot. Again, it was new to us here at YouGarden this year, but you can get one in your garden right now. Big saving when you use that code YGTV4125. Perhaps you want the magical snow star. This is the Calicarpa that gives you the creamy ivory coloured berries there on the bare stems throughout the winter. Drops its leaves, then it fruits, gives you these wonderful berries for the birds, for your wildlife to enjoy as well. And it comes to you in an established 3-litre pot. Lovely sized plant. If you're into your floral arrangements, if you're into your winter display making, maybe wreath making, what a great plant to add into your mix for that if you're a creative type. £15.29 is all you need. If you want the Nandina, the lemon and lime today, £11.04. This is coming up shortly if you need to see it again before the end of the show. £12.99. If you're not a club member, £11.04. If you are a member, that's evergreen. It's hardy, wonderful problem solver, grows to a really reasonable height as well. Could be used for your short hedging. If you wanted the saffron crocus, 20 bulbs, you're getting 20 of these. We couldn't keep them in stock earlier in the year. Hopefully we've got enough to go around again, but I think it's going to sell out. £8.49 gets you the pack of 20 saffron crocus. Fantastic value. Or if you want the hellebores, these are our double Ellen Queen mix. £12.73 gets you 6 of the plugs delivered, and they're going to flower for you for years to come, overlapping in the late winter and early spring with all your spring bulbs. We are going to talk to you guys now. Who's been sending us messages? Who's been sending us comments? Who's been sending us emails? Who's been sending us their pictures? Thank you so much. We really appreciate your engagement, spending your time with us here on Sunday morning on YouGarden TV.
Amanda, she's watching on Facebook. Hello, lovely. How are you? She's the one who's been doing her winter protection, putting her structure down recently.
Very
She says,
good.
here's a few pics of what's happening in my garden, including the Chelsea pensioner rose. And I can scroll through these ones. Thank you very... Oh, it's not connected because you and I have been taking over the connection.
Well, because we had to show off our Ceanothus standards.
We were so excited about that, weren't we? Sorry. OK, so here is Amanda's garden. I see Fatsias, I see Chamaerops in there, I see all sorts growing. There's a Nandina firepower right in the middle if I scroll
Look
in
how
there.
well protected that bed is.
Look at you. Well
Just
done,
got a bark
Amanda.
marched down.
Looking amazing. Oh, is this Fire Queen? What's her name?
Geranium.
Geranium Fire. She's called Fire Queen, isn't she?
The bright red
The
one.
bright
yeah.
red one.
Yeah. You had
It's
some of
only
these
because
in
I
your
saw that
pots
bright
last
red
year.
one over there. They look cool. I love your little family of gnomes as well. The Chelsea
Wow.
pensioner rose. That's the one that's really petalicious. You can have up to like 50 petals per flower
The
on
red's
those
so
ones.
strong, I love it.
Really vibrant and beautiful. Gorgeous rose. Is that the purple one? What's it called? Come on, Stu. You're good at
Rhapsody.
this. Could be Rhapsody.
Could be Rhapsody.
Could be Rhapsody. All the tower pots go in there. Oh my word.
Is that a wisteria still leaf?
I think so.
Yeah. And she's got jasmine on the left. I don't know what the other two are.
Looks great though. I love a tower pot all lined up like that. Got your pansies growing. Oh, the Salvia amistad.
So
That is
glad you got
really
that one
pretty.
as well.
Lovely archway going there. Oh, your borders are looking fantastic, Amanda.
So impressed. Thank you,
So
Amanda, for sharing
good.
it all with us.
Thank you, Amanda. Julius, no, we did Julia. So Alison just wanted to share this picture. Her Ceanothus is still flowering.
You what?
do get a second flush of flowers. It's smaller than the first, but you do tend to get a second flush of flowers on your Ceanothus later on in the year.
And again,
so that's brilliant.
Strolch in her window boxes. Good work. Keep those
Well
plants
done.
protected with that fantastic price on the Strolch.
All right, well, that's all the emails, but let me just... Oh, it always logs me out. Let me just quickly go into YouTube, because there were a couple of questions in there, and I want to make sure that we cover those. So, in the YouTube chat, hello to you all. Suzanne says, I'm getting the top wave for £11.04 delivered, thanks to the code and the YouGarden Club membership.
Do it.
Absolutely. Evelyn, hello. Evelyn has finally joined you over here from TikTok, so thanks for coming and joining the crew over here on YGTV. We broadcast in a few different places. It's lovely to see you all crossing over. You tune in wherever you fancy it. Neil's asked, how often should I be watering and feeding my houseplants? Neil, I'm never going to give you a timing schedule. What you have to do is have a feel in the pots.
When they're dry.
When they're dry. So I'm going to give you a general rule for your houseplants. When the top inch or two is dried out, a little bit of water, but get your fingers in and have a feel. When it comes to feeding, you are going to reduce it down over the winter months. So infrequently in winter, but it very much depends on the houseplants. You're probably thinking of your bird of paradise that you got recently. I probably wouldn't feed overly much during winter because they are going to go dormant. I don't tend to feed my houseplants in winter. I start again once we get to sort of March, April time. That is my personal one. But watering is very much get your finger in the pot and have a feel.
Right.
And there was another question. No, that was the question. That was it. Neil just says the tiny pamper is great, and Alistair came to join us as well in the chat. Morning to you, Alistair. Thank you so much.
Thanks to everyone who's joined us today. If you have just joined the show, we're finishing at 12 o'clock, but it's not a problem. If you're watching on YouTube, you can rewind live. You can take the show back to the beginning, or I know what a lot of people do. They join in the last hour and then they just scroll all the way through the show and just stop at the plants they're interested in. or stop when they see a price they like on the screen. And you're perfectly welcome to do that. You don't have to listen to me and her waffling on for 2.5 hours on your Sunday morning. You can watch us anytime on the website, on YouTube, or on Facebook for 30 days. The shows are there for you to watch, and the code works until the show disappears off the website. When we take the show away off our website, then that code stops working and the next ones will kick in. Right.
One more question. I'm so sorry, I did find it. I can
tell you've just seen something.
Millie just asked, do you have the frizzle edge pansies? I think we have, and I think they're called Frizzle Sizzle. They're not in the YGTV show, but if you want to go and have a look on the website and type in Frizzle Sizzle, they should come up there. There will be postage to pay, unfortunately, but if you're a club member, you might have a postage voucher to be able to use.
Super low stocks on those. I've seen them, there's not many left.
So have a little search on the website, have a little look.
Yes, Frizzle Sizzles, there they are. Is that the Garden Readies?
Oh,
there's a 30
email when available.
There.
It says email when available. I think they're out of stock.
Oh no, I didn't think there was many left, and that was only, I was in the polytunnels this week, and I thought there's not many of the Frizzle Sizzle.
They may come back in, I don't know. You can register an email. Sorry, Millie.
We tried.
Was it Millie?
Okay, well, we've got 10 minutes left to tell you about some of our favourite things today, and one or two things we haven't quite had time for. So please, if you haven't already, go to the website, look ahead on the show page. Everything that you see on our show page, that's what you get the free shipping with today with our code. One of the favourites is our Rose Meteor, the Rose of the Year, Bex.
Yeah.
Do you wish you had this one in your garden?
I do love roses. I've added quite a few into my collection. It is gorgeous. Look at the colour, the kind of burnt umbers, oranges, coppers, yellows. I mean, you know, loads of colours can describe that. Quite petalicious. Look at the layers and layers of petals you're getting on there. It's a floribunda. I do love those because you get more roses on a floribunda. You get clusters of them. It's got a sort of light to medium fragrance, and I love the rose fragrance, so I'm glad that you're still getting a fragrance with this one. Obviously, this has the beautiful dark foliage, and it's really glossy foliage as well.
Beautiful.
I like this when you get a rose that's got that extra interest with the darker foliage that comes through. So, and I do think, and you can see the colour of the flower coming behind it, I think that new foliage growth with the colour of the flower really is going to be stand out. Really easy to look after. It's Rose of the Year, and of course it's our Rose of the Week, which means you're getting that amazing price as a club member.
A very awesome plant there, self-contrasting with its own foliage and flowers. Rose of the Week, £15.29. If you want the one, that price lasts until Wednesday. If you want the Pansy Top Wave, our biggest ever flowering winter trailing pansy. It's got a lot going for it.
Has it? Yeah.
This is only available to us this year. It's exclusive to YouGarden, and it's the first time this week we've bought it in the garden ready size. So many reasons to get these, just like was it Suzanne who's ordered hers. You can have that size pansy trailing through the winter in your garden for only £11.04. You're going to get 10 plants. Bex, where would you put these hanging baskets?
Yeah, I think ideally hanging baskets, and as you can see, that's what we're showing you here. I've just ordered a pack of 10. Wish I'd got 20, but anyway, I got my pack of 10, and I'm going to put them in pots and containers because I've already got my hanging baskets up. So this ideally wants to be able to trail. They're going to be trailed by about 30 or 40 centimetres. So into your pots that'll tumble and trail over the edges, or into your hanging baskets where you'll get that beautiful ball of colour. Plus, it's a rainbow colour, which a rainbow colour palette. I'm a big fan of rainbow colour palette, particularly through winter. Look at all those different colours you're getting included in there. The yellows, oranges, blues, purples, reds, whites. I mean, it's the rainbow palette that I adore. And on a winter day when it's cold, miserable, grey, that's going to be flowering for you. They are winter hardy. They can cope with the frost, and they will give you that colour throughout those cold months.
Just £11.04 for a pack of 10. 410233. Go for as many of those as you think you're going to need. Remember, Wave is a brand exclusive to us here at YouGarden.
These are not the pansies that are outside the supermarkets. Please don't think.
No, it's not the same thing.
We've had people, you can buy it for like, you know, £2 from a super. You cannot.
I hope our regular YouGarden viewers, they know.
Of course they
know
do.
the difference.
Sorry, I was a bit harsh then, wasn't I?
Yes.
Apologies. I apologise.
Don't worry. Our Hellebore Double Queen Mix. These are the plug plants, but these are huge, healthy plants. Look at the root structure on that. You're getting a pack of 6. And as you were saying, really sturdy leaf structure and stem structure to these plants, and they're really survivable in the winter because that's when they flower. Exactly, yeah. I mean, hellebores can flower anywhere typically between sort of December and March. Neil says his are starting to flower, and yes, I have seen a few hellebores starting to flower because we have weird weather at the moment. But do you know what? It doesn't matter. Just enjoy them whenever they flower. The great thing with hellebores is that you do get that winter
winter colour. This mix is beautiful. Look at the shades, look at the kind of antique-y, kind of shabby chic nature to them. They're double flowers as well, so you're getting layers of petals, and they are winter hardy perennial plants that will naturalise in your garden. You will get a carpet of colour when it is most needed.
Coming to you in the little mini greenhouse, which you can keep. All these are recyclable as well. You get the pack of 6 plugs, the double flowering plugs. If you want to go for those today, £12.73 is all you'll pay as a club member. £14.98 for everyone else. Still fantastic value when you use our code YGTV4125. You're going to save £5, and we're going to remove the postage for you as well. Free P&P on everything in the show when you use that code. Just like this, the crocus saffron, the most expensive spice in the world.
And it's crocus flowers that produce them.
In your own garden.
You can. Yeah, you absolutely can.
It's not a tropical plant. This grows in the UK.
Indeed, yeah, totally. Now, it is the crocus sativus that you need to produce the saffron. There are other crocus available, but it's this particular one to grow the saffron. Now, I love it because you're getting flowers at a different time of year to when you'd normally get crocus. These can be flowering for you typically October, November time. So if you get them planted now, you should still get those flowers this year, and hopefully then still be able to harvest that saffron, the most expensive spice in the world, more expensive per gram than gold. But if you just love crocus, then get these. They're sprouting. Please don't panic about that. That means they are raring to grow. You're getting shoots on this before they're even planted, and that shows you actually the quality and the health of these plants. Just get them planted and you will enjoy those in your garden for many years.
If you want to go for those today, pack of 20, £8.49. Maybe go for 2 bags of those. I think you'll be disappointed if you don't get a few more.
Correct.
Begs once more. Once more. If you haven't got a Nandina
I want to move
in your
house
garden,
so I can plant stuff.
maybe it's time to have one. If you don't know which colour to have, maybe this is the one for you. If you've already got every other Nandina, are you going to complete the set? This is the Nandina Lemon and Lime with all the multi-shades of green on here, and it is an evergreen plant as well. I love Nandinas in the garden, Bex, and they're such a favourite here at YouGarden because they solve so many issues. They don't really mind where they're planted.
They don't mind at all, either in the country or in the garden.
They don't really mind what soil you put them in.
No, not fussy in the slightest.
They're incredibly drought tolerant.
Yeah, once they get established, this is not a plant you need to be constantly watering.
And there's so many to choose from now as well.
There's so many options for you, and I think this, you summed this up, this is a supporting cast member. However, I do think you could create a standout display from this. This could be a centerpiece with a planting, around it. It could be a low-growing hedge border. It's bulletproof. Honestly, it doesn't matter where you plant it in your garden, where you are in the country. It can cope with frost, it can cope with cold, it can cope with heat, and it is super low maintenance. Plus, it's going to hold that foliage all year round.
So go for that one today if you want to. The Nandina Lemon and Lime, only just over £11 for club members, but still at £12.99 with free shipping today. Fantastic deal if you're a club member or not. We always recommend you join the club. Only got a few minutes left. We're here with you till 12 o'clock today, but don't forget you can catch up at any time on our website, or on Facebook, or on the YouTube page. We've just got a few more plants to squeeze in before we say goodbye today. We've got the Papava Red Rumble, what I would know as a poppy, Bex.
Indeed, yeah, a poppy, a gorgeous bright red coloured poppy. Obviously we are in October, we're coming up to Remembrance. This could be something very meaning for you, in your garden, but you can easily grow these beautiful, stunning perennial plants. Each bloom can be up to 15 centimetres across. They open up from these beautiful buds, and then you have that most magnificent centre to them. They're really gorgeous, sumptuous flowers for your garden. Strong upright stems reaching about 90 centimetres in height. After they're blooming, you can cut them down. They can flower again for you. They're eager to naturalise as well, so these can spread and grow in your garden, and they will form those clumps that you can lift and divide. You can cut back after flowering, as I said, and you can often get a second flush of flowers happening. Sunny spot is great, part shade is fine, they're winter hardy, you can have cut flowers from them. I just think every garden should have a poppy, particularly if you are aspiring to that country cottage garden style.
If you want to go for those today, it's a triple pack. Fantastic plants, get them established, get that colour in your garden. You're really going to enjoy those flowers when they bloom for you next year. £16.97 is a £10 saving even before your club discount today.
Nice.
561213 if you want to go for 3 of those. We're going to squeeze in one more plant. Before we say goodbye, we have got a few reminders for you as well. This is the passion flower. If you don't have enough passion in your life,
I love this
put some passion in your garden with these absolutely intriguing tropical looking blooms. But these grow in our British garden specs. They're amazing.
So years and years ago, just as I was getting into gardening, I know I'm going back 10 years. My kids were tiny at the time. One of them was a babe in arms and the other one was like toddling about. So 11 years ago, we were walking along and we found this passion flower growing over somebody's fence, and my kids were absolutely fascinated. Or my eldest was. He was a tiny little thing at the time. He was blown away by this, and do you know what? He came home. He's a great big 6 foot tall 14-year-old now, and he came home with one the other day and he was like, "Mum, look, Mum, I found that flower." So even as a 14-year-old teenager, he's still fascinated with this beautiful flower, and it is the most unique shape that you get to the flower. It's got layers, it's got dimension, it is so stunning, and it produces these wonderful egg-shaped fruits as well. Now Stu is showing you the wonderful tendrils, and that is what grabs hold of things and makes this a gorgeous climbing plant.
That's so interesting.
That's
not even the flower. Look at that. Look
now,
how much it's seeking something to hold on to.
This is a really vigorous climbing plant as well, so it can cover multiple fence panels, so it's really awesome for covering larger areas. You could grow it in a tower pot, but personally I would grow it somewhere where it can climb a larger space, because it can grow a long way. The flowers form along the stems as well, and then you get these really gorgeous sort of egg-shaped fruits on there as well. They're ornamental, birds will love them, but I wouldn't eat them personally. Just a beautiful plant, stunning long flowering season throughout the summer months, June through to September, and then those fruits will flower afterwards. They're tough, they're easy, they're resilient, they're vigorous, and pretty low maintenance. All you're going to do is a little prune sort of early springtime in order to sort of maintain the shape. That if it's got out of control and got a bit too big, a little prune early spring. Oh, and they're evergreen as well. They hold on to their foliage. A lot of climbers do drop them.
Tropical looking plant, but easy to look after, even good in our British gardens. 550334. You get the size you see, the 2 litre pot on the cane as well. Loads of plant to get you started. So much easier than buying them in the small pots, and fantastic value, £12.74 is all you're going to pay today. You might want to plant it in one of our tower pots if you don't have them already. We saw Amanda's earlier. She's got 4 planted up. I think she's got even more than that in other parts of her garden as well. This is the one that goes really well, I thought. I just whipped out the bronze pine cone pots as well. We've got the 5-pack of these today if you want these. For only £21 I think it was, you get 5 of those. But what a wonderful complementary tower planter as well. So we could put the patio clematis in this, the boulevard clematis.
Yeah, definitely.
We could put a passion flower in this. We could put a jasmine or a wisteria in this, like we saw Amanda had. Bex, how many do you have? I know you got a couple of these.
Is it 6 now or 7? I can't quite remember. But I want to point out something I'm going to do. Look, it's for your plants, of course it is, but I've got 2 that I was using for my Thunbergia throughout the summer. That's all starting to die off now, so I'm just waiting for that to properly die off. And what I'm going to be doing with those 2 tower pots is I'm going to be creating a lighting structure from those for my festive displays in the garden. Though it could be a lighting structure year round, I'm going to put a bunch of stones into the bottom of the pot to give it weight at the bottom, and then I'm going to wind some beautiful lights around here, and that's going to give me a gorgeous display in winter. So as much as this is absolutely a plant pot for your climbing plants, I think there's a few other things that you can do with it, and I will be making a video on that very, very soon. It's my plan to do it soon.
How excited you are about the possibilities for those.
I'm so excited about it. But you could then put foliage in it as well. You could create a beautiful display. I love tower pots. You know this if you've been watching for a while.
Well, whatever you're going for today, don't forget you can watch this show back anytime for the next week. You can still use that offer code, and you can still make all of the savings while these items are still in stock. We are going to be on TikTok at 1 o'clock.
Yes, we are.
Me and Bex will be there until 4, so we're there 1 till 4. Different offers, different products, different things happen on TikTok. If you want to join us there, you can. If not, we'll see you again on YouGarden TV with a whole new range of products on Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. We will be back with you. So thank you so much for your time with us today. Thank you, Bex, for all of your knowledge and advice.
Well done, Stu.
We will see you all again very soon.
We will. Bye.